Oh, I need a shower. I should have showered before this.
And we're
Actually, you know what?
live,
I
and we
need
get to hear
food.
about Paulie needing a shower.
Yeah,
So,
I'm stinky.
um, welcome everybody to another episode of Tats and Tarasques, the Underdark Pirates. Deep down in the Underdark, they've not heard of plumbing, and they've not heard of showers. So Paulie the parrot has not had a shower in a very long time.
I'm just method acting.
He's done bath.
He needs it very fucking good, Dylan. I'm going to award you inspiration just for that joke. I think that was excellent.
I'll take it.
When last we left our heroes, you'll notice some of them are missing tonight. Unfortunately, we don't have a special guest. The wild magic was too strong. That coupled with the fact that Fantasy Bunnings had a deal on snags, and he popped out of existence just as quickly as he appeared. And had to head back to the other dimension. But we definitely thank Raging Rolls for popping in and saying hi. Because this month is all about crossing the streams. Us, Raging Rolls, Fate's Grip, and Split the Party are all Aussie D&D streamers, and we're raising money for Beyond Blue because it is Mental Health Month. And you can see on the screen we've already raised $2,500 for the month so far. So thank you to everyone. And just coincidentally, the Nightbot decided to throw the link in the chat if you want to donate to that.
We up to 2.5 already. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
so $2,500. I have put in a stretch goal. If we hit $3,000 before the end of the month, I will run a Star Wars Edge of the Empire game in addition to our Underdark games. It may come just after the October because I'm getting married at the end of the month, but we'll definitely put it in there. So you can click that link in chat to donate to Beyond Blue. A little notification will come up. We'll see it. And there are some things you can buy for the party. $5 will get you a common item. $8 will trigger a wild magic surge. $11 gives you inspiration or an uncommon item. And there's sort of more tiers going up from there as well. You'll see it flash across the screen as we get underway. But first, tonight we have Sorn, the Dark Elf sorcerer. We have Winfred, the bearkin barbarian, and of course we all know Paulie the dirty parrot. When last we left our heroes, oh lovely, a very rare item triggered right off the bat by a Daniel Smith. Thank you very much for that, buddy. If you just want to let us know who should be rolling for that. In fact, actually, if you want to type !D100, Daniel, you should be able to roll a D100 in chat, and I will pick a magic item from a table. Straight after this, after my description of where we were at last session. So last session, the party is in the city of Grim, the Grim port, also known as Gras Tuluk, the Duragar city in the Underdark. They'd come here in search of weapons for the town of Blingdenstone, the gnome town in the Underdark, as they had to fight someone named the Pudding King, who had an army of oozes and jellies, who are obviously very acidic and would burn through weapons. I believe Paulie had some of his daggers burnt through by acid already. And so they decided to work with or send off to the city of Grim, the sort of the hub of mercantilism in the Underdark, to find or to order weapons for the town of Blingdenstone. Before they could really get underway, though, they were attacked by a mad giant with two heads, Maddie and Maddie. They quickly felled this beast, but also not lethally, and sort of it was taken away. Apparently, it had undergone some kind of madness that caused it to strike out at members of the city. This act in the Grimport docks area brought them to the attention of Emberchad, or Emberchad in the common tongue. A red dragon living fat and pretty in the city, who flies around, igniting the furnaces of the different forges in the town, and is sort of waited on hand and foot by a group of servants. this dragon commissioned the party to look into what the servants wanted, which was a red dragon egg had been stolen from their care. The dragon asked for them to bring the egg to him, whereas the servants asked for them to bring the egg to them. But before they could do that, they made their way to the merchant's area, the Blade Bazaar, and met a Durgar lady named Ilsa, who sort of invited the characters into her office. She was chatting with them about this order that they're going to... that she'll be able to organize this order for their ship and get it dropped off. She was also in the middle of showing them... and we didn't really cover this, but she started showing piles of coins and jewelry that looked very surface world-esque, and she's halfway through describing a problem with Darrow in the city when Sorn, you spot a small grey-skinned figure beneath a hat push between other customers and flee into the marketplace beyond. You notice that the belt around Paulie's jacket that was once carrying the boomstick is empty. The streets are thronged with shoppers and merchants of all shapes and sizes, and you can just make out a hat sort of at waist level. This hat seems to have sort of two tentacles, perhaps, stalking off of it as it sort of bounces along, being, pushing in between and sort of under members of the crowd.
Immediately, I'm going to yell to Winfred to say, move forward. I'm going to move with it 10 feet out of range of everyone, like bystanders and party members alike. And I'm going to thunderstep 90 feet to try and catch, how far away would this small gray-skinned fellow have gotten?
You see him duck, the last you see of him is he ducks around a corner.
Well, I'll chase him around that corner at speed.
Sure.
I will dash after him around the corner.
All right, give me an athletics or acrobatics check, as you're obviously a lot bigger than this thing. This thing is obviously ducking and weaving through the throng of people. You're bumping into these people and crashing into them.
Yeah, I got an 11.
Yeah, you get stopped by a group of orcs that are sort of in the middle of the road here, having some kind of, blade crawl.
With my... I think it was my... Could I argue a stealth check to sort of slip past them? Because I'm wearing my, that puafi.
Your puafui?
That's it. I've got my hood up, so... and people don't really perceive me as easily. I'm a bit more stealthy.
Sure. I think, yeah. So give me a stealth check to sort of wrap around these guys and sort of go where they're not and where they're not expecting, to try and push around them, as these orc boys are really taking up the center of the road here.
Oh, well. That's a 9.
Okay. Yeah, you try and get around, but then just you slam, one of the orcs kind of turns around, slams into you, and grabs you by the cloak. He's like, "Watch it, Drow!" And kind of shoves you back against the wall. And you're sort of surrounded by these orc boys now, as they're all kind of looking at you weirdly. You've been pushed up against the wall. And the rest of the crowds are still kind of mostly going about their business. But this orc, while he's not, pulling weapons or anything like that, he's just like, you apologize. You bumped me.
I will say sorry immediately and say, I'm sorry, I am in quite a rush. I have been stolen from. I am chasing the assailant.
Meanwhile, Winfred, Paulie, what's happening inside the...
I would have noticed because I got stolen from, correct?
Yeah, your perception was pretty poor, though.
Did I see Sorn run off then, at least?
You would have seen Sorn bolt out of there, but it didn't sound like he said anything.
Okay.
What exactly did he steal? Was it just like a coin purses?
He stole the gun.
He stole the gun.
You're not in there. You're not in there, Sorn.
Was the gun magical at all, or was it just a gun?
It doesn't matter. It's a gun.
I identified it. It had a hint of magic, but it wasn't inherently magical.
Okay, that's all right then. I want to roll a perception check. What I want to do is I want to try and track the guy by his scent.
I'll probably just continue talking because you're right. My perception was shit, and all I just saw was Sawn run off, and I'm like, yeah, fucking that's normal. Also, boys, look at this. Look at this. Whole
God
rack of
damn you.
ribs. Whole rack of ribs.
Oh, fuck off,
Timmy,
Timmy.
you're gonna get Dan done for not safe for work content. Like, just put that away.
Oh my god. No, you know what? Now I'm getting ribs. Fuck you.
Yeah, I'll probably just continue my conversation. You know, I didn't notice anything. Doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, can we have a look at these weapons? Just, you know, we want to make sure the thing we're fighting is pretty intense.
Can I roll my my perception? Is that all right?
Yeah. Give me a
Yep.
schnoz roll.
Sweet.
As you.
Give me a hot minute. Let's go back to my character sheet because I am. I was browsing.
While you're doing
Keep
that,
it tabard.
um,
No, I'm here. I've got it. There we go. Roll perception with advantage. This is a fuck. One of the moves was a natural one. Good thing I have advantage, but I got an 11.
yeah. So you certainly smell Sawn's missing. The problem with this entire city, Winfred, is it's kind of got this like acrid, smoky kind of smell, just with the amount of forging going on, like heated metal. The mushrooms don't burn as cleanly as wood or coal, and even those don't burn cleanly. So that it puts a lot of funk in the air.
I get you.
Meanwhile, Ilsa is saying to you, Paulie, yeah, the Darrow are just like, I think the Deep King should just get rid of them all. Honestly, just get them out of the city.
Yeah.
But they've been buying things lately, which doesn't make sense because no one pays Darrow anything, and they've been turning up with all this surface money.
Okay, that's interesting.
You recognize this stuff, and she's showing you the surface dollars, the surface coinage.
I mean, they're ripping you off. I'll be really honest. That's worth nothing. Look,
She says
if you want, I've got some gems here. We can definitely trade for them. Like, I'll give you a good exchange rate for it. They'd be more useful to me than they are to you.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Sawn, you're in the you're in the crowd, sort of surrounded by these orcs. They're not really having it. The whole like, oh, I was after someone. Oh, sorry, I was just going somewhere. You bumped this guy, and he's like, no, you apologize right now, Drow. Piece of shit.
I once again say I am sorry. My mistake. But you must let me pass.
Give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion. A 22.
Yeah. So, while you say that, like you're like, oh, look, I'm very sorry. Some, around the corner, these sort of other drow who've like standing over off to the side, kind of look over, and they're like, "You all right?" And you're kind of giving them, they're like, "Yeah, we're good here." And the orcs kind of see them too, and are like, "All right, oh yeah, fine, okay, fine." And they sort of let you, they put you back and sort of get out of your way, and they're like, "Come on, lads, let's go to the Dark Lake Brewery." And they got the best pizzas in the Underdark, and they kind of clear your way.
Yeah. I will continue on my merry way, chasing after this guy.
Okay.
And as I pass the other drow, I'll just yell out to that, like, just say over my shoulder, like, "Thank you very much for the assistance," and keep moving.
They signal to you in hand sign, like, no problem, brother. We didn't do anything.
And then I will.
So you start running after this short fellow. Give me an athletics check.
I also want to, while I'm running, I want to try and dart away. That's a 2. I want to dart away from people, like create space around me. Okay.
You're trying to sort of dart away from people to find the biggest bit of space you can. With a 2, you're finding that this place is just packed with people. You're finding it harder and harder to sort of catch up. As figure's getting further and further away. It turns around, looks at you, looks directly at you, kind of like jumps in its spot, and you see him click his heels together, and then just vroom, speed off even further, out of sight to the southwest.
How far out of sight how far do you think he could really travel with that? I'd say, like, how far away was I from him before he did that? And then how far do you think he could travel in such a short amount of time?
By the time you caught up to him, what was your speed to get here?
30 feet, but I was dashing.
Yeah. Well, so is he really. Yeah. What does this say? Double. Yeah, he seems to be moving twice as fast as you are.
So
for every 30 feet you make, he's doing 60.
From this point, since he clicked his heels?
He was probably a good, like, maybe 30 feet away from you when he stopped, turned around, thought he was far away, but you were catching.
So is he currently...
And then he started running again.
Is he currently less than 90 feet away from me?
Sure, if you'd like to be.
If he is
he's sort of just on the edge of it. He's just on the edge of it right now.
If he's less than 90 feet away from me, as I've darted away from people as well, so by 10-foot radius, I'm not going to hurt anyone. I'm going to thunder step in front of him.
Okay. Well, because your athletics was so shit, I'm going to say you don't clear a full 10 feet away from everybody.
All right. Well, I will careful spell. Okay. I will careful spell cast that thunder step as well. So anyone. So there's like a merchant with a stall nearby, selling underwater melons, underdark watermelons, and then
underwater melons.
Winfred, Paulie, you hear a loud kaboom outside, and then sort of like the shattering of some stone.
Does it sound like my boomcrete?
No, it sounds very similar to what Sorn sounds like when he teleports. If you've seen that yet, I think you've seen that at least once.
Yeah,
or heard that.
Everyone's seen that a couple of times.
It sounds like a Thorindir shatter.
Right.
Only slightly larger because, like, stature-wise, big.
Yeah.
So, Paulie, I could almost say that our new friend Sorn's new teleport spell kind of sounds like our friend Thorindir's shatter spell.
You know what? I think you're right. Actually, by the way, where the hell is Sorn?
I don't know. Maybe he teleported. Let's go check it out.
I'll say to this merchant, be like, we'll just be back in 5 minutes.
Yeah, she says, okay, well, for bringing this commerce my way, and for my dear friend Daniel Smith donated money to Beyond Blue, she pours into your hand. She says, "Have this as a sort of taste of some of the stuff we have here in the Underdark. That you make sure you're getting the good stuff. And where is it here?
I don't mean to be that guy, but he did say it was for me.
Oh, sorry, Winfred. Oh God, this is less useful for Winfred. No.
See, it was useful for me, but now you fucked me here, Winfred. Thanks, mate.
Okay. She says, "Oh, like, thank you very much, and for your pet." And she hands you, Winfred, like a small sort of mason jar with a sort of a silvery. It sort of looks a little bit like mercury. But it's got almost like a bit of grit to it in there. You give this like a schnoz. You give it a schnoz, and you recognize it as a potion of invulnerability.
Oh, that's still useful for him.
Yeah, I reckon. I turn around to Paulie and I'm like, Paulie, what's a pet?
You, my good boy. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
A bird has a bear pet.
Mm-hmm.
Sean, you're seeing this.
I will eventually have a gnome on my shoulder, I swear.
Yep.
This Darrow sort of ducking and weaving. You're chasing after him. You disappear out of thin air with a crack of thunder, and sort of appearing next to him as he's still running. Behind you, sort of 90 feet behind you, you've knocked over the stall. No one's seriously hurt, but they are kind of like knocked over and are like, what the fuck? As you were careful not to really hurt anyone with your spell, they were able to kind of get out of the way of the bulk of it. Though you did knock down the flap of the stall. Comically, I think maybe there was two Duragar walking across the street with a pane of glass at the time. That
Terribly sorry.
But yeah, so you what do you do? So you appear in front of this guy.
Yeah, and I want to
let me describe him a little bit better.
I just want to try and swipe. He's stolen something from us, and you said that his hat looked like it had like tendrils of something on it.
Yeah. So there's sort of a this gray-skinned face under a floppy hat. You get a better look at it as he sort of runs past you, or so you keep neck and neck for a little bit. A floppy hat fitted with two tentacle-like things that bob up and down in time with his brisk pace. He's muttering to himself. He's muttering to himself, Droki is late, Droki is late. They will be angry. Stupid, 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 stupid. And then he sees you sort of appear in front of him with a crack of thunder. And he's like, oh, no time, no rhyme, not mine, no time.
I'm going to swipe at his hat to try and take it while he's running by to slow him down because it's his hat. I'm sure he'll want it back. Yep. They're like, and in a strength roll off, I'm definitely not going to win. So I'm going to steal his hat and I want to burn the inspiration. Would you like a sleight of hand?
Yeah.
Take the hat?
Yeah, for sure.
Should I just roll it as a advantage if I use my inspiration?
Yeah. Well, you can actually, with inspiration, I think you can declare it afterwards.
That's okay. It was a 19 anyway.
Cool.
It was a 23. It was a 23. Yeah. That was a nat 20.
Oh, even better.
Worth it.
Yeah, absolutely worth it. The second roll was the 20.
Cool. Mine's being a bit slow. That's fine. I think it's because I've got alt tabs and stuff. So you snatch the hat off his head. He's obviously, as you can see in that photo, I think I just shared as well. He's got sort of a pouch, sort of a satchel pouch that he's got on. And he sort of goes to grab at his hat, but he's actually moving really quickly. And I don't think he notices. Actually, he probably doesn't notice it immediately until he's about 20 feet away from you. Kind of puts his hands up, and all you hear him as he's still running. Droki's late, Droki's late, Droki's late. And he actually turns around to look at you, but his momentum is not cancelled. And he seems to sort of fly out through over a crevasse and then fall down it. And you lose sight of him. Okay.
Can I also identify the hat?
Yeah, it's a hat.
So it wasn't like magically. I'd check it for any signs of magic.
Oh yeah. So you have a look at. Give me an Arcana check.
That is a 17.
Yeah. So these tentacles on the hat appear to be the kind of look like Displacer Beast tentacles, but it's clearly dead. It's not. The hat itself is not a Displacer Beast. He's actually stuffed them with some sort of Underdark cotton to give them that voluptuousness.
Okay. Well, I will
add a cool hat to your inventory.
Yeah, I'm going to slot that into my coat, so that he can't just take it back. And I will walk to the edge of the crevasse and just yell, "If you would like your hat back, bring me back what you have taken." And then I'll walk back over to the stall and say, "Terribly sorry about that," and I will help fix up my mess.
I'll describe what you saw as you kind of looked over into the split in the ground. To give you a bit of an idea, let's go to the map of Grimport. So there's you could tell as you walk up there, once upon a time, there was a earthquake that kind of split this town in two, and there's sort of like a Grand Canyon-esque canyon called Ladgo's Furrow in the middle. So there's bridges that span across it, but he obviously didn't take the bridge. He fell in. When you look down there, you don't really see him. You see a number of Darrow down there in the depths. There's sort of different layers of the canyon, and it's almost like a shanty town all the way through. And you can see a small figure running west, down sort of at the bottom there.
Okay, I'll make my way back to the group and just say, he took the explodey thing from you, Paulie, but I got his hat. He's running west.
My boom free.
I don't. I do not know what you call it, but it goes boom when you pull the thing.
It's a boom.
I want one of those.
I mean, I completely agree. We need to get the fucking thing back.
But
Winfred.
Yes.
Here, smell this hat. Find his direction. I believe in you.
That way. And I'm gonna roll a perception check on the hat with my nose, and depending on what I roll is the direction that I point in.
Is it the like?
I rolled a 22 and a 15. So the 22. So I'm guessing I point in the direction that he went.
Yeah,
west.
Cool. I point west.
The direction I just said. I was like, oh yes, thank you for confirming, Winfred.
Yeah.
So you lead Thorn along the exact path of destruction he just wrought, and obviously to that sort of same area. As you get closer to the edge, even more so, Winfred, you as you pass sort of the gates. The stench in the air, especially for you, changes from acrid and metallic to fetid and repugnant. The fires of industry replaced by squalor. The homes, sort of, you can see and smell. They're sort of crudely carved from the rock or just holes in the walls. Yep. And there's a number of what appear to be Darrows muttering and screaming at each other, sort of in that furrow below.
Yeah, right. Okay. Place fucking hardcore. So am I just like running toward it with the party in tow, or like am I leading the way, or is
that what you want to do? You're sort of on the hunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. I'm like I've gone from like fully sentient bearkin to bloodhound in. So let's go.
Yeah. All right. Where is?
Hoping like it's like you're like down on all fours and then smelling the ground and following it.
Like all of my gear just like sort of like dragging along the floor as like.
You make your way sort of west along sort of the edge until you can find a good spot to kind of head down and head lower in. You can see in that sort of packed gravel floor extends roughly a quarter mile beyond the natural walls of the city in both directions. And you sort of hit to a part of the town that feels a bit, I guess maybe like low end.
And the slums?
The slums, yeah.
Yeah.
Has the screen changed?
Yeah, it has. I just can't see any of it because it's dark. That's all.
No light for Winfred.
Nope.
There should be some small lights around.
Oh yeah, I can see pockets of things, but I can't see a lot.
Yeah. So, where are we? Cool.
These maps are next level. These are awesome.
Yeah, huge shout out to Zahi on Patreon for making super sweet maps. You hit a part of the town down by one of the bridges that has sort of a weaving staircase, almost like switchbacks and whatnot, that leads you down and deeper into the slums of the city. You sort of say goodbye to more of the buildings, the actual creator buildings, till eventually it's some just carved out of the rock itself, and then some not even that, just sort of small pitched tents made of unknowable leathers, and the stench just gets even worse. And the people around here kind of these small creatures. This is kind of what Darrow look like.
Don't like that.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
they're-
right.
They're like demented dwarves.
Yeah,
Or
okay.
gnomes.
Demented Duragar.
Crackheads, basically.
And they act a bit like that. If you get a little bit too close, they kind of, try and conceal whatever it is they're gnawing on, and kind of hiss at you as you sort of make your way to parts of these areas. But your nose is clearly leading you deeper in here. In fact, it's sort of leading you down to the lowest levels.
Okay. I turn around to Paulie. I'm like, Paulie, does this look like we're going in the right direction? Because these guys don't look very friendly.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but I mean, like whichever way your nose is telling us, I'm certain is the correct way.
Well, it's pointing down here. I'm just.
Then let's do it. Well, like, I'm not afraid of these little guys. I know you can take them, can't you?
Yeah, I can. Okay, let's go. And then I just like wander off. I'm gonna walk south. So I'm gonna walk toward here. So I want to move. Hang on, how far can I move?
We'll all sit together.
30 feet. I want to move down here, or to this like clearing down here.
Yeah.
And which way does my nose take me? Do I have to roll another perception check, or?
No. You're still riding high. You're still following that trail. Your nose is sort of leading you down to the lowest levels. You think sort of whatever this thing smells like. It's hard to distinguish from all the other terrible organic smells that are down here, but you can certainly smell that your nose has never led you wrong before. And
okay. Well, I'm gonna turn around to the party and be like, "Well, Santa's leading us lower into the cabin, so I reckon we go lower into the cabins. My nose don't lie."
And I trust you, Winfred, and I trust you completely.
Oh, thanks. I keep walking. So I'm gonna walk down here and sort of like start like walking down the tracks and things and like down.
As soon as you step into this sort of like lower area, a bunch of Darrow kind of start walking up to you, and they're kind of muttering to themselves or you. It's hard to tell. In Undercommon.
I immediately introduce myself. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Winfred. What's your name?"
Yeah. Give me an insight check, Winfred.
Sure. Where the fuck is my insight? There it is. That's a 4.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh dear, I'm gonna get us in big trouble, aren't I?
The Darrow kind of like come up to you, but don't sort of stand in front of you. They sort of follow you a little bit as you snuffle your way about here.
Okay.
And they don't seem to really introduce themselves or anything, but they kind of just walk around you a lot and are kind of eyeing you off. Has Winfred gone ahead of?
No. I'm definitely
Can I turn around to Paul and be like,
yeah,
Paulie, what's going on?
No, don't worry. I'm with you, guys. I'm with you. I feel like we're all with him, right?
Okay. Why are they following me?
Sorry,
I'm not as tasty as I smell. Trust me. I baked this morning.
My hands are covered in rib sauce. So
that's
I want to walk behind the Darrow and just give them an imposing drow look.
Okay. Give me an intimidation check.
Where is it? There it is. 17.
You know what? I'm going to throw some copper at their heads.
Oh yeah, so they kind of scurry away from Sorn a little bit, kind of giving you a bit of space.
Here, Timmy.
And how much copper do you throw?
How many are there?
3 so far.
All right, I'm going to throw 3 at their heads and then five like past them.
Okay.
So 3, one at each of them, and then I'm going to throw 5 copper behind them.
Yeah. two of them sort of, grab the coins and sort of fight over the coins a bit and are still staying there. One of them's kind of still following, but at a distance.
Right.
I'm just going to keep an eye on them with my imposing drowness of being in the Underdark and being the scary people of the Underdark. I'm going to try and solidify that, even though I'm just lovable and friendly. I'm going to appear.
You lovable and friendly? No.
That's it. I'm teleporting you off a cliff. Short rope. Lovable and friendly, but a very short fuse.
Your nose is sort of leading you forward, Winfred, towards a hovel that appears, sort of has a little scrap of cloth and canvas as its, potential door. And as you kind of snuffle up to it, as you sort of start snuffling further and further forward, more and more of these Deros start kind of coming up to you and muttering to themselves and bugger it, Millennium Hand and Shrimp, I told him.
How many are there again?
There's another 4.
I just keep throwing coins at each head.
Okay.
And I'm going to burn my scroll of color spray. Not at any of them in general. I'm just going to make a puff of color, like to try and attract them because they are in the dark. Show them something they may not have seen before. Over here.
Yeah. So you create this sort of with the combination of coins. Paul, you throw another sort of 10 coins. We'll say 10 copper away.
Yep.
And Sorn, you throwing up the sprays of color. They kind of get distracted by that and walk past you, leaving you free reign, at least for now, to sort of press on. And you make your way into this cluster of hovels, and there's behind you. Pull apart your nose, I guess, pushes apart, Winfred, the cloth and that, and there's sort of a fissure that's tall, but it's a little bit narrow, especially for your bulk. Perhaps you think you could probably squeeze through it, but the smell of this hat certainly lives beyond.
Well, I mean, Winfred, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sort of just figuring out what to do next. I'm a little lost, to be honest with you.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, all right. Let's just keep going. I'm gonna descend down the ladder. Do I have to make like a check for that? Is it like a rickety ladder, or is it?
No. I think you're able to sort of climb down, and the smell is certainly a lot stronger towards this entrance. And sure.
Okay.
And there's sort of a fissure in the rock. It's not even a true carved entrance. It's more just there's another crack in the wall here.
I believe I have a torch somewhere. I have a tinderbox and a torch. I would like to light one of them up.
While Winfred is doing that, I'm just going to yell out to him, "Oh, do you need light, my friend?" And I'll just, to save him his torch, I will cast Dancing Lights.
What does Dancing Lights give?
Dancing Lights will create four torch-sized lights within range, making them appear as torches, lanterns, or glowing orbs. They are 4 glowing orbs, and they hover for a duration. I want to position them equidistantly around the little hovel. Mm-hmm. So we have equal lighting in there, and each of them puts off 10 feet of light, of dim light.
Would I be able to, because Winfred, we have to remember, is very stupid. Would I be able to relate that to anything that I've seen before? Like, do they look like fireflies, or do they look like just arcane glowing lights?
They're basically a glowing purple tennis ball.
I freak out a little bit because I've never seen these sorts of things before. I'm like, what the fuck?
You have seen them before. I've used them in, I think our last 3 encounters, I've used them to give Winfred some light.
Yes, but you have to remember, Winfred is very stupid and probably wasn't paying attention. So this is probably the first time that he's seen them up front, where he's been like, what the fuck? What the hell is this? Polly!
That give me a flight?
I
can't
am
tell.
I am absolutely just gonna tell us to keep fucking going. I don't give a shit. I want my boom crew back. I. Do not care.
It's certainly not. It's too narrow to go in abreast. So, what order do you go in?
I'll go in first.
Nose first. I'll go in behind you. Before that, I am going to, because I feel like this could get a bit nasty. I am going to use a special ability that my amazing new scimitar has, Acheron blade, Acheron scimitar blade, and I'm going to use Dark Blessing to give myself 1d4 plus 4 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Cool.
Yes. So I'll just roll a d4. Oh, did it roll in? So, I think that was me then. Oh, that didn't mean to. First one was 6.
Yeah, cool.
So was the second one. So I think it's a 6.
It didn't show that I clicked it, but yeah. Temporary hit points. Perfect. So 6 extra temporary hit points.
As you start making your way, you squeeze in. Comically, Winfred's butt is kind of like stuck outside the crack in the fissure. Paula, you have to get the shoulder in to Winnie the Pooh him through. And then Sorn, you in your slender figure, you're a lot more easily able to sort of turn sideways and make your way through the fissure. Inside the tunnel, after a few feet of sort of scraping sideways, the tunnel expands out a little bit. On average, the ceiling is 50 feet high, dropping to so around 25 feet in some of the narrower areas. Okay. And there is sort of this fungi and moss kind of growing on the walls that appears to have complex kind of spiral patterns and color. It's sort of these small little mushrooms growing around the walls and mostly these kind of weird, seemingly random spiral patterns. You can also hear the drip of water. As you know, right now you're definitely below the dark ocean or the dark lake water table. You can hear kind of the drip of water, and occasionally you can see water dripping from stalactites. Stalactites, onto the ground, onto stalagmites. The water itself, Winfred, you can smell. It smells foul. None of this is clean whatsoever.
Don't drink the water. Someone pissed in it.
What you can smell, though, is the fungi that's growing on the walls, certainly. I mean, it doesn't smell great, but it doesn't smell too bad. It smells a little bit like your little mushroom friend to a certain extent, but maybe a little bit of a different flavor.
Correction. Don't drink the water. A mushroom pissed in it.
That's right. Give me a nature check, Winfred.
Yes. Un momento, please. Nature. What the fuck? Why can't I find any of my shit today? There we go.
Not this one.
One of those.
This one.
That is 12.
Cool. You notice that there are a number of different kinds of mushrooms growing on these walls with all the moss and stuff like that. 2 types stick out to you in particular. One of them is a 4-inch tall mushroom with a thin stem and a wide purple cap. Mm-hmm. The other is a mushroom with a 1-inch long stem and a stubby blue cap with white dots.
Okay. I left my mushroom friend on the boat with Thorndeer because... Thorndeer's with us.
I assume Thorndeer's with you, but... Oh, no, he's probably still haggling deals with the...
Yeah. I thought I left my little mushroom friend on the boat last episode. I probably just left him there. So I wouldn't be able to probably communicate with these guys, but I'm still going to try.
If you think Winfred would have grabbed it, because Thorndeer did come with you, and you had left your mushroom with Thorndeer, so...
I'm going to say for continuity's sake that I didn't. Okay. I'm going to lean down. I'm like, oh, look, more mushroom friends. Hello. and try and talk with the mushrooms.
Okay.
Do you want me to make like a persuasion check or something like that for it, or?
No, I just think that for a while, or for a few moments, Sorn, Paulie, you watch Winfred talk to the wall.
Right.
I also the lights are meant to be in here. They were in the room that I was casting them in.
Oh, right. Yeah. So you've brought
so-
them in because you can move them, right? Like
Yeah, I'll move them. I'll move them in.
These little mushroom dudes, they have faces, don't they?
These mushrooms,
like myconid faces.
no, these mushrooms you're looking at are 4 inches tall. So
Oh, okay. Can I like? I shouldn't pick them if they're small. No, I'm just gonna leave them be. I'm gonna say that they're pretty, and then I'm gonna leave them be, as we should do with all flowers. Anyway, but yeah, no, you guys see me talk to a fucking wall, and I go and admire some fucking mushrooms, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, look, more mushrooms, and then I'm gonna walk away.
Dylan, oh no, I think you can move. I can give you one of these dancing lights, Dylan. You should be able to move it around. I think it does emit light.
I can't tell just because I got dark vision anyway.
If you put it further out, though, does it?
Yes, it does. It actually, I can see it interacting with the map. I can't see it at the moment, but yes, I can see it.
Yeah, cool. So it gives out a dim light.
Yep.
Right. So you pick some mushrooms. How many of each do you pick? Or if you just want to keep track of,
Me, I didn't pick them.
you didn't pick them. That's right.
Yeah, I left them be.
As you keep walking, you realize there's plenty though. Like that, you keep walking along this corridor, or this cavern, which just starts to get a little bit bigger. All over the wall and roof and stuff like that. And in some areas, even there's sort of little glowing mushrooms as well that you can make out along some of the walls. As
the
you
baby has come to say hello.
Oh, yay!
Oh, big
Hello.
sockums.
You're getting big.
He's huge, and he's a fucking menace. Oh.
The best way.
Hi, Bucky. Hello. I'm in the meeting. I can't do this right now. Oh God. Sorry.
That's right.
I will. I'll also just keep moving.
The glow of Phaserus, which is sort of like this moss, casts an eerie soft light over parts of the cavern, swirling into spiral patterns and casting dancing shadows.
God. Sorry about that. He landed on my headphones.
That's all right.
On my headphone cable.
From the jagged pillars lining the walls, the air smells and tastes slightly metallic, and the sound around you is strangely muted. Perhaps very, very good sound insulation, this moss. The dripping of water makes no echo, as if you stood in open air.
Right, okay. Winfred, which way now?
Hang on, I'm gonna catch up with these guys first. Do you want me to do another perception check, Dan, since we're on another room now, or?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, I'm gonna do that. There we go. One of those and one of those. 21.
Yeah, so you think the path is certainly heading up sort of north to the northern area of this tunnel as it sort of breaks into three. There are sort of three paths forward, and one of them leads north.
Okay, everybody. Follow the dancing light that the narrator moved.
It's my dancing light. I'm moving.
Follow the dancing light that Sorn moved.
As you get to this area, you see, before you get any closer, you see on the edge of vision, sort of slightly illuminated from the glowing fungi, this small grey-skinned creature. He turns around, sort of looks at you, his hatless head, looking wide, sees you and goes, "I'm late. I can't be late. It's very important. It's too late." And then he sort of turns his head away from you. You hear a crunch, and then all of a sudden, he's tiny, and he slips through a narrow crack in the wall. And you hear cackling with glee as he sort of ducks into the the narrow crack in the wall.
Can I, as I hear that crack and he goes to go into the crack in the wall, can I please cast darkness in that crack to try and get him turned around so he gets lost and comes back the wrong way? Because it is magical darkness, nothing can see through it.
Yeah.
You create
I would like to do something just for a moment here. Can I inspect the room, run like a perception or a nature check or something like that to see that if he's picked any of the mushrooms?
So as you're getting closer to look, a globe of inky darkness blocks the entrance to the crack in the wall. All you hear is sort of the muffled sounds of tiny feet scraping on moss, and you look around. You can see that some of these mushrooms on the floor have obviously been stepped on. You get a little bit closer, and unfortunately, the area where Droki was standing, sort of the entrance of that, well, just where the crack was, is now blocked. The line of sight is blocked by this inky marble.
I'm gonna say, like, oh, who turned out the lights? I just wanna I wanna turn around and say, I'm looking to see if he's picked any of the mushrooms to see if they've had any sort of magical effect on him, like that one movie. What was it called? Wonder in Alice Land or something like that.
I will reiterate back to Winfred, there are many mushrooms in this room. You could check the ones not by the crack.
What's a movie?
Ask the narrator.
And I'm hoping that he gets somewhat turned around. Did it do anything?
You don't hear anything or see anything beyond.
Okay, I'll give it about 15 seconds, and then I'll just dismiss the darkness.
Yeah. You can't really see into the crack, even with your excellent drow vision. It's just incredibly narrow.
What are
What
do the mushrooms look like again?
Here's my mushroom description. One of them is a 4-inch tall mushroom with a thin stem and a wide purple cap. The other one is a 1-inch long stem and a stubby blue cap with white dots.
All right, so I'm going to pick one of each of them. And go, all right, so you reckon, Winfred, that he ate one of these mushrooms and it made him smaller?
Yeah. I've seen some weird shit on mushrooms, so
By
I wouldn't
deduction,
say it's outside of the realm of possibility.
This little small boy will be the right one, and then Paulie just pops it into his mouth, the 1-inch one, and then just chews.
You be careful with taking too many mushrooms, or the devil will try to come out of your kneecaps.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Whoop, that's
not terrible for me.
Not
that's
terrible.
Great.
You can feel sort of a tingling in your body, and if you want, you can kind of fight the feeling down, or you can let it overtake you. It's sort of like, it feels a bit like vertigo, sort of like almost a feel of like you're falling out of the air, like when you stop flying.
Paulie has a lot of experiences with just putting random things into his mouth and then hoping for the effects to work. You never fight it. You always just accept what's about to happen to you. So he's gonna accept it.
Yeah. You shrink.
Instant death.
Thanks for playing. Welcome to Beyond Blue. You shrink down, and Thorn and Winfred, you watch as Paulie shrinks down a size in front of you and becomes tiny.
How small are we talking?
Like you're like the size of a pixie now.
Amazing! Oh, I'm gonna fly around. This is so sick.
I will make my way to the opening of the crack, and I will eat one of the exact same mushrooms that I saw Paulie eat.
Yeah.
And slowly start making my way into the crack, because I'm not messing around. I want to get this guy.
all of a sudden, as you eat it, and you also become tiny, Sorn. Exactly. You see, the crack becomes like a giant crevasse, like the crevasse outside. There's plenty of room in there now for you to walk forward and walk through it.
As I walk, I want to also take a small sample of one of the other mushrooms, and just put that in my pouch.
Yeah, I'd like to pick a couple of the tall ones and a couple of the small ones, and put them in my pouch. And I want to take one of the small ones and I want to eat it.
Okay. Yeah. You also shrink down. I assume you let it similarly. You let it overcome you. This feeling. You can fight it off.
Oh
if
yeah,
you
no.
want.
Winfred's eaten some mushrooms in his time. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move my tile up here so I can.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely gonna go in as well. By the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna like follow the scent through the doorway, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna walk through with the rest of the crew.
Yeah, cool. So you start making your way through this winding cavern. It is quite large for your size. Pixie Paulie the Pixie is able to kind of
Paulie.
you even have a little bit of room to fly here, but after what is the distance here? I'm trying to think because your size is so much smaller. I'm trying to think of how long it would take you, right?
Well, what would you say? I'm like 10 times smaller than I was.
I think so. Yeah.
Maybe to say like with my flight speed is now 5 feet.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So maybe it's like half an hour or so of walking through this Grand Canyon. Well, maybe not Grand Canyon, but certainly sort of a big rift that you're making your way forwards. And you get sort of further and further on with Sorn still providing the light. In fact, the light he's providing is so much bigger now because he cast it when he was big.
So it's basically the moon is following us.
Yeah, and sort of illuminating you as you go.
I might even try fly ahead. You know what I mean? Like really try and catch up to this guy.
Some areas do get narrow.
Okay.
And you're able to fly, but it's not easy. There's no sort of quick forward flight plan.
Okay. Then I'll stay with the group. Then I'll stay with the group. Then
Winfred goes to inspect some of the mushrooms, and he just says to the group, he goes, "My theory about these mushrooms was slightly wrong. It doesn't make us smaller. It just makes everything else really, really big. How the fuck did we get in the middle of a friggin' mushroom forest?"
Yeah, the mushrooms are big now, really big.
Did the other mushroom I grabbed shrink with me?
Everything you were carrying shrunk with you.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just make sure I have that for when we get out.
I'm going to leave
I picked
light.
a couple of them, so don't worry.
I'm going to leave the light with the party, like attached to them.
Yep.
And periodically it'll move with them, and I'm just going to dash on ahead because I don't need it. I can see extremely well in here.
Yeah, I think you and Paulie are kind of running ahead as best you can.
Yeah, I'm using dash, so I'd be 6 feet.
So you're running through. Keeping up that pace is difficult over half an hour as you're sort of running and running and running and running.
I could make me 15 feet. I just dash. Double dash, baby.
Double dash, yeah. You and Sorn are doing Mario Kart double dash while Winfred is kind of lumbering along behind with the moon. Following him along.
Winfred is kind of like failing at Rainbow Road, sort of double dash. Like he's like bumping into walls and shit.
The second you hit one of us, we're spinning out. You know what I
mean? But yeah, I'm just gonna follow them.
Yeah.
So if we're going to the next room, can we just
sure?
Like, can we just keep going? Well, yeah,
just narrative. Here? Don't worry about too much about the map. It's more just for me to also keep track of where you are. But
cool.
We're living up here in the theater of my mind. As you're making your way through this mushroom forest, there's sort of sweet Naruto music playing in the background as Paulie and Sorn kind of run ahead. Winfred comically lumbers behind them slightly slower, and eventually the area kind of breaks out into and starts getting wider, and you can start smelling, or Winfred, you probably smell it first. Even though you're so far behind, a stench of rotting meat rising from the where the crack becomes sort of an endless cavern beyond. And you move from having the floor being sort of carpeted with these mushrooms and so on to Sorn. You kind of get there first, and sort of at a point where the wall becomes wider and bigger. The wall is no longer carpeted with mushrooms. It seems to be carpeted with some kind of reddish brown substance. And you actually kind of look over and you see a giant, like a rib cage of some kind of giant creature ahead of you.
Okay. I will. Do I see the little gray man anywhere, or any sign that he has been through here?
You do see some footsteps through this gore, but though it's kind of hard to tell. There's obviously a lot of chuff and gruff and what looks to be sort of pieces of meat and bones scattered around. These obviously look quite large to you now. And you hear a voice. Oh, there you are. I didn't expect you to find me here. And then, with my shrine is nearly finished, shall we call him? Shall we show him we have been faithful? Yes? Yes, I sense that we are ready to receive the truth into our hearts.
I don't think she's talking to us.
And
I don't think it's a she.
You hear a voice. Why have you summoned me? And from your vantage point, I assume you still haven't sort of entered into the room proper. You're still kind of hiding in what would be the crack in the wall.
Yeah.
I would have stepped into the room.
Just a little bit, yeah. Okay.
Are you guys ahead of me now? Is that what's going on?
I've been ahead of you since we got into the crack because I dashed off.
Alrighty.
I don't
Ease up,
need-
Speed Racer.
I can see.
All right.
So this area is kind of littered with what appears to be giant bones and things. And let us move to... you hear a figure but don't see. So you guys are still like, up there somewhere. Coming out of a crack in this wall. You see to your right, Sorn, further down, sort of beyond with your excellent vision, what appears to be sort of a giant lake off to the side, sort of down to southwest. And in this chamber, you can hear this figure going, "Oh yes, Lord, I'm here. I have called you for your blessing. I have done your dark work." And the voice beyond says, "You have done admirably, but barely. Why should I care about these paltry sacrifices? They're nothing compared to me and my queen's power."
Can I?
Supportive relationship.
I don't know where this person is, but like the subservient one. Is there a rough idea as to where they are?
Sort of to the southeast.
Can I try and sneak up to them?
Sure.
Is this all happening in like Tiny World?
It sounds quite big. These sounds.
Would I have advantage because I'm small?
Yeah.
As Paulie goes to sneak up, I will make a distraction for him as well, and I will eat my big boy mushroom, and I will step out as far as I have to and eat my big boy mushroom and spring up as a full size drow.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
10. I'm not that sneaky.
Even with advantage. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know. There were bad rolls.
So you kind of fly up. There's a lot more space for you to fly, obviously, and you or like flap, 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 flap. I guess like a moth. As you're
You said
quite
they were
small.
north, right?
Southeast.
Southeast.
Southeast. Okay.
I'm going to follow suit with Paulie and try and make a stealth check,
Okay.
if I may.
You'll have advantage as well. Because I'm big.
Oh, damn it! I was hoping. Oh, okay. So it isn't that guy who stole off me. Damn it!
I got a 13. I also got a natural 1, but I'm really glad I had advantage on that.
Is that because that's because you're small?
Yeah, I'm going to roll advantage. I'm going to use that roll to follow Paulie.
Okay, you get about you're sort of following him on ground level, and you get to about there. As Paulie, you hear a voice that is actually sounding as you get closer and closer. The size of the voice, I guess, was sort of throwing you off a little bit. Actually, give me an insight check.
Yeah, can I explain like what I wanted to do?
Sure.
If it was that guy that we would that stolen the boomstick, I wanted to get up to the boomstick, eat the mushroom, have the boomstick in my hand, and then shoot his boss in the head. That was my ultimate plan, but sadly the guy isn't here, so damn it. You said insight, correct?
Yeah.
Where are we? There it is. Not rolling well today.
Okay. All right. You can hear. I mean, the booming of the voice is a lot bigger and louder. The sound waves just sound so much deeper. It's kind of hard to hear what they make. Sort of tone and whatnot. But you do hear. You hear sort of a voice booming out through, talking to this sort of smaller voice, I guess, that says, a destruction was wrought on Sloop de Loop. It is no more. This town will not have the same fate. It will be undying, unyielding, forever. Praise be to the mistress. And like the little voice is like, praise be, I'm not worthy.
Does that voice sound the same size as me?
The small voice, no. It's still like sort of a bit bigger than you.
Okay.
Sorn, you said you sort of became full size and have started sort of creeping forward.
I didn't even creep forward. I
walk
walk
forward.
into the room, and as I'm walking in, I'll eat it, and I'll just keep walking towards them.
Okay. So you're able to kind of walk forwards here. There's sort of a ledge a little bit higher up. You can see piles of bones. And you can see what appears to be a small Darrow. All Darrow are kind of small. Who looks a little bit like this.
Oh, he's angry.
In front of him appears to be some kind of magic circle that he's sort of drawn out of the ground in blood and gore and bone, and there's sort of candles.
How far in are these guys?
How far into the
cavern are they? Because I'm trying to situate what's the word? Trying to figure out where they are in the room as I'm walking towards them.
So you've stepped in there. They're sort of off to. I mean, they're not on the furthest part of the wall to the room, but they're certainly between you and the next exit to the right, and beyond. They don't seem to have noticed, or this creature doesn't seem to have noticed you though as you're walking up. Obviously, with your very quiet Pawafwi, and your light drow steps, they haven't noticed you yet. You see though, in front of this small Darrow is sort of the upper torso of some kind of ghost, or possibly even some kind of illusion, or some kind of humanoid creature, big of bust, sort of wearing a helmet, and you can kind of partially see through him as well. And his eyes sort of glow bright orange like two cigarettes in the darkness.
Can I make a perception to see if I can figure out what race of being this was before it became ethereal?
Mm-hmm.
Perception. And that would be a normal roll. That is a 20.
Yeah. This certainly appears
80-20.
to be some kind of more than just ethereal. Like, this thing doesn't appear to be here and ethereal. This seems to be some kind of projection.
Right. Okay.
Like
Alrighty.
I mean, Paulie, you don't notice any of this as far as.
Nah.
But Sorn, you certainly. It looks like he's talking to a hologram.
Okay. Do I know what race the hologram looks to be like?
It is covered in sort of this armor, but I mean, it definitely looks humanoid-ish. It definitely looks humanoid. Underneath, it actually kind of looks human, but possibly dead.
Okay. That does not toll well.
Sorry?
That does not toll well. Last time I ran into something that was undead, my character disappeared.
You hear the voice, the sort of deeper voice say, "You fool, you are not alone." And the creature kind of flinches and says, "Oh, no, of course, master. Always alone. I'm always alone. No one ever lasts here. I'm alone. No one knows of our great work." And the voice says, "You have a task then,
I would also like
little
to say
Pupido."
when he's trying to defend himself that he's alone, I just want to like yell out, "You're not alone. I'm looking for the one who belongs to this hat." And I'll hold up the hat and then I'll put it back away.
The creature like cringes. The little one that said it was alone kind of looks at you with a mad look in its eyes, and you hear the voice of the bigger creature say, "Take this lesser being, pluck out his eyes, and I will teach you a spell to see into the beyond. I will send to you my nightmares to aid you. You have done good work, Pupido, but there is more great work that must be done to herald my queen's arrival."
As he's saying to pick out my eyes, can I just attack the little dude? Just be like, "Hey, fuck you," and just like blast him.
As you yell out, I'm probably going to eat that other mushroom too, just to say that too.
Well, we're going to roll initiative. Just give me a minute. Oh. Heading into a fight. Jacob's like, nah. Thank you very much for the donation.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't heading into a fight without being well prepared.
I rolled a 1.
Hold on, let me all add you to the...
And all this for a gun. This isn't an American D&D campaign. This is an Australian one. It's very, very difficult to get yourself a gun, okay?
Yeah, when they take out guns,
I rolled a 12 on my initiative, but it hasn't come up on the combat encounter because I rolled it through D&D Beyond.
Yeah, because I hadn't added you to the thing yet. Just tell me what it was.
12.
12. Initiative value 12. And Paulie, what was yours?
I haven't done mine yet. I apologize.
Okay, that's right.
I'll be back in just a moment. My food's just arrived.
Did you get ribs too? What is with my rolls right now? My rolls are just terrible. That's an 8.
Sorry, I forgot you were here. I thought you went to Mrs.
Oh, mind you, there, but Peter did terrible too, so that's great.
Never mind. So I was going to get it because she's a legend.
Did you get ribs too?
Yay.
No, I got gummy chicken.
Okay.
Like I saw your ribs and I was like, oh, now I want meat. So yeah,
Chicken's still good.
I was honestly looking for
What
ribs.
the hell?
I was looking for ribs. And
What the hell?
My local rib place
Sorry, hold on.
was closed.
I was like, what's happening?
Am I allowed to blast that guy before we roll initiative as he was
No,
talking?
because he's absolutely expecting a fight. You've not caught him by surprise. You yelled out before you did anything.
Yeah, no, I yelled out asking, and then he got told to attack me, and then I wanted to react as soon as he was told to attack me.
Yeah, and that's what your initiative
before
roll
he
dictates.
attacks
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Why is this not working? Players, none.
You're welcome to stay here, but you cannot be a menace because I am on the internet at the moment. Go on, walk away, little bitch. No, no, no! Oh shit!
What's the hexadecimal color for black?
Mm.
Oh wait, never mind. I
My
figured it
dog
out.
is a moron. Sorry, guys.
Zeros. 6 zeros.
6 zeros.
That was something I should have known off the top of my head. God damn, it's been a minute.
Oh, Niall, thanks for the $5. Niall, if you want to roll a d20 for me by going exclamation mark d20 in chat, you can roll an item to give to these boys.
Just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Common item, Blade of the Ruined King. Yeah.
One Vorpal blade, please.
I know I donated something that was sort of like outside of the donation perks, but I just make an effort to,
Yeah.
donate $50 to it each week.
What is the closest perk to it?
There's name an NPC, or there's magic item delivery, or wandering monster or something like that. I don't really want a wandering monster.
Yeah, you do.
To invade
Wandering
on this-
monster it is.
No thanks. So
$50 is pretty decent. Do you want to roll a D100 for me, please?
yeah.
Wild
I
magic
almost-
surge.
I almost did it in Twitch. Hang on.
You can do it in Twitch. Exclamation mark D100. We'll also.
I'll do it in DDB on it and make it. Think of it. There we go. 21.
21.
101.
Pretty sure I rolled 21 last time, so if you want me to roll again, I'm happy to.
No. It's different. It's a different table.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. As you munch the big mushroom to become big again, I assume that's what you were doing.
Yes.
You sort of get bigger, and you part of your paw goes through a one of the corpses that's left on the ground, and sort of what this person was wearing sort of a wristwatch timepiece.
So I sort of like stumble and like.
Yeah, it kind of gets
Get big
caught
again?
on your paw around your arm.
Yeah.
You now have this device on you that looks like it sort of looks like an hourglass rather than sort of the face of a clock.
Yeah.
Now, this is a chronolometer. While attuned to this device, you have a +1 bonus to intelligence saving throws.
Mm-hmm.
The first time... you also learn another language.
Cool.
At the start of your turn, roll a d6. On a 1 to 3, you slow down time, gaining an additional action on your turn and doubling your speed until the end of your turn.
No.
On a 4 to 6, you go forward in time to warn yourself of what is to come. The next time you fail a saving throw, attack roll, or ability check, you can re-roll the check and take either result. Once you use this feature, it cannot be used again until the next day.
Oh my god.
So that's called Time Bandit. It also has Fate Swap as a reaction. When a creature you can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, that creature gains an additional action. If it is the creature's turn or can take an action immediately, I'll send this to you. And then, so chronolometer. If you want to look that up in D&D Beyond, I'll put it in the chat of what it is in the chat here.
Yeah, please do. I'll add it to my
Okay.
inventory.
That's not...
Because I have made a habit of doing this. Don't mind me. I'm just going to add this to my thing.
Yeah.
Please go on. Yeah.
Cool. Well, it's your turn first.
Cool.
I
think the first thing I'm going to do is like I'm going to notice this watch on my wrist, and I'm going to say to myself like, "Wow, I feel a little bit smarter," and I'm going to spin it, spin a little hourglass thing on the watch. So what is it? It's a 1d6, isn't it?
Yeah. So roll a 1d6.
1d6 it is. So that's a 3. So, but like between 1 and 3, that was speed up time.
So you slow down time
a little bit, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay,
cool. Gaining an additional action on your turn and doubling the speed until the end of the turn.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm gonna move to where the others are because I feel like I got left out of the loop. Where's everybody else? Is it down here somewhere? So I'm gonna move to where Paulie is, which is roughly what? It's roughly, 45, 50 feet, which is fine.
Yeah, your speed is doubled now anyway, yeah.
Oh, cool. In that case, I'm going to move up to here.
You dash in.
Yep, there we go. And I'm going to enter a rage. So I'll do that now. And I'll roll for my wild magic rage.
There's more shit that's randomized, yeah.
Yep.
And for Nile, it's exclamation mark D20. I think should roll a D20.
I'm just rolling it because I can.
You try
yeah.
in chat, yeah.
All right, I got thorns. So whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll before your rage ends, that creature takes 1d6 force damage. Or as magic lashes out in retribution. So as I'm like on all fours running toward this assailant, I'm kicking up a lot of the bones and the dust and stuff that's on the ground. And as I'm running toward them, the bones start attaching to my skin. And you see Winfred take on this like Wiccan / bone forged form. And so whenever somebody hits me, they're going to get a splinter of like bone armor shoved at them. And I'm going to hit this one here. I'm just going to go straight for it. I'm going to hit him with a great weapon master feat.
Okay.
And I'm going to just do my 2 hits.
And who do you want that to go to, Niall? The item that you've donated. You can give it to me if you want, or you can give it to the players. They might need your help. So you've done great weapon mastering. That was a. So did you -5 from that or 10?
-5 plus 10.
Okay. So -5 of 5 does not hit this guy.
Mm-hmm.
And a 10 does not hit this guy. As you come in swinging, you're moving a lot faster than you normally would. So you get these 2 extra swings out after sort of running up so fast poorly.
Yeah.
But neither of them hit as he sort of ducks out of the way in slow motion. But you're not used to your speed and kind of go barreling past him with too much momentum.
I'm going to be like, oh, so that's what that does. And I'm going to try and hit him again. Because I got 2 actions, don't I?
Yes.
Is that correct? Yeah, cool.
Yep.
I'm going to try and hit him again. I'm going to still do the Great Weapon Master thing. And I'm going to try and hit him again. Oh, that's worse. That's even worse. Holy shit. I got nothing.
Cool. That's yeah. No, it's not great.
I'm gonna stand there bewildered whilst this guy is standing there staring at me in slow motion, being like, I don't know what I did wrong there. I don't know how I fucked up, but I fucked up.
uh, Sorn, you look down and notice at your feet, next to one of the corpses, is a small bag. You're able to reach down, pick it up, pull open the drawstring, and it says on the front, "horrified motherfucker" on it, on this little bag.
Hell yeah.
Inside, you find a little pouch with one serve of dust of sneezing and choking.
Hell yeah.
Paulie.
Well, I'm guessing I ate that mushroom and then I'm big now.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly right at this little what do they call him? Darrow?
Yep.
Darrow, yeah, and then just slice at him with my Acheron blade scimitar.
Yep.
It's weird to say, not say stab. My rolls are not great. 7.
Now, I'm going to rule that you can still use the sneak attack portion of the damage is still piercing, I would say, because that part of it, you're still getting in close and doing that, and I'll allow you to use your piercer feat for that aspect of it.
That's okay. It's still a 7.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is a 7. Shit. I was just looking at the damage. Yeah, certainly not enough as you swoop in, becoming bigger with a chomp of the mushroom. And you hear from the voice now it's sort of a normal pitch, and now that you've run up the stairs, Winfred, Paula, you hear I'd know those feathers anywhere. Boy. You overgrown pigeon.
Oh my god, is this Ymir?
You left me to die.
God. Oh god.
You little piece of shit. Okay.
Oh no.
You're talking a lot of shit for not being in Ursus range there, Ymir. Come fucking right here to my face and say that and see how it goes for you. Last time this happened, I shot all over you. I'm definitely chirping.
Yeah. We'll see how you fare, Paulie, Winfred.
Yeah, but where are
I
you,
see
buddy?
Thorindir's not here to protect you.
Where are you, buddy? Come on. Where are you? Tell me where you are. You tell me and we'll meet up. Don't stress about that.
You're not ready to face me yet. What else do you do for your turn, Paulie?
I'm gonna shit in his general direction and then leave it at that.
Okay.
Literally gonna just
Oh my god.
gonna spray crap over the image.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I've got some more movement. I might as well just literally just do a little swoop and poop.
Swoop and poop.
Yeah.
Also, Dan, could you please move me into the room? I don't know where the room is. I'm kind of just standing in the middle of a corridor. But I was talking to the guy before battle started.
Aren't you here?
Yeah, I can see you.
My token is in the middle of a corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
You not see them?
No, I can't see anything.
Oh, it's weird. I definitely can.
We can see
I can't
you,
see
buddy.
I can't see you guys.
Yeah, you're like 10 feet away from me.
Zona. Yeah, I've got your Zona.
That's my orb of light.
Are you? Oh, you're not on this map with us. What the fuck? You're still back in the
Yeah.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry that
you
you.
might
Yeah,
have
you
to
must be
refresh
so.
the page.
You must be so confused. Let's.
Yeah, I was
activate-
like, what's going on?
Well, now I'm back at Blade Bazaar.
Yeah, I've just moved us all, and then I'm moving us back. Here we go.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, no, because I was just standing in the tunnels, like, what the fuck?
I'm so sorry, Dill. I wasn't describing it as much because I'm like, look at all the blood and gore on the ground. Fucking
Yeah, I was
metal.
like, where's this gore? Like, I'm so confused.
Does this make more
now I
sense
know
now
what's
if you
going
run that conversation back in your head?
Oh, absolutely. This makes heaps more sense.
So
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah,
all good.
can I do I need a roll for the swoop and poop?
No, you poop and like, oh yeah, give me an attack roll for your incredible swoop and poop.
Should I just use like my feet, like on my actual?
Yeah, you
talons
just
for
use
this?
talons, like you. Yeah.
All right, 1 second. Sorry, it's actually there we go. Actions. There we are. Perfect. I've not rolled over 10 this whole session.
you fly and like your butt kind of slides through the illusion of Ymir, but you're not able to squeeze it off in time, and kind of it falls onto the ground missing, and you have to sort of
pinch it off.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Ymir says, living with you and that bear and the and the Gith and all of them was a nightmare. But I have something for you, Paulie. A bit of a treat. Perhaps you'll like this. Just you finally get what you deserve. Yourself.
Ooh.
Rise, and these sort of shadows start sort of the room goes dim. These shadows start clawing their way out of the ground like the Venom symbiote, and then start taking form until in front of you is
Dark
Paulie,
Nigga Paulie!
Thorindir, Winfred.
Oh,
I do have a
no.
I do have a Dark Sawn, but he never met Sawn.
I
so that
wasn't
wouldn't be fair.
expecting this. Boys, you can thank Pippa for this one.
So this was thanks to Pippa's $100
This is
donation
her
last
custom
week.
request.
Pippa last week
Yes!
asked for the boys to face off against evil versions of themselves.
That's so sick!
So, Pippa, if you're currently listening, thank you very much for your generous donation and enjoy the mayhem.
This is so sick. I fucking love this.
And we're going to add them to the initiative counter.
They all rolled better than us.
But it is Sawn's turn as their turn is spent forming out of sort of darkness. And yeah.
Okay, well,
Do some big AoE on him.
oh Jesus, do I have a big AOE? I don't have a big
Don't you
AOE.
have a shatter as well?
I don't have shatter.
Oh, okay, I thought you did.
No.
This Thorindir in front of you doesn't, like the Shadow Thorindir, doesn't have the diamond hand. It's the Thorindir,
that Ymir would know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The Paulie is still very much like Paulie, but he's his colors are a little bit darker. He's sort of got a bit of a more evil glint. He's got the
He doesn't have my amazing coat either.
No, he doesn't have the amazing coat. And
So if Ymir was the one that summoned these dark versions of themselves, would they reflect the last image that Ymir knows of those?
Yes,
those
but it's
images?
So it's the last time he saw you all in that temple. However, there is sort of a darker cast to them. It's sort of like he remembers you poorly, and that has poorly, not poorly, and and it has tainted his memory of you. And so they look like more cruel.
Oh yeah, right. I get you. Sort of like the Syndrome and Mr. Incredible sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Fuck yeah. Let's do this. All right. Cool. So whose turn is it?
It is mine.
Okay. I'll fire up.
I am going to being extremely confused as to why there are multiples of us now, because I don't know Ymir.
Oh, since we're doing introductions, Ymir,
mate,
Sawn, Ymir.
You're way cooler than him, Sawn. Don't worry, we like you a lot more.
Didn't take long for you to replace me, did it?
This was internal.
You weren't
monologue.
hard. You weren't hard to replace there, Ymir. Don't worry about that, mate.
This was
Actually, it
internal
took several
monologue.
episodes, and we had to get a side character in and everything. It was a fucking nightmare.
Good.
This conversation is odd that it's happening because that was internal monologue. Like, I'm thinking to myself, who the fuck is this giant guy?
We're not rude, okay? We'll introduce you to people we know. Don't worry.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you guys left me in the tunnels. Just come out and dust them. No. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to Good. With limited information of what's on hand, I'm just going to cast a 2nd level Witch Bolt at Bupido. Well, that ain't gonna do shit.
Having no luck
That
here,
was
are
an
we?
8 to hit.
Yeah, we're having no luck.
That just to put into perspective, my spellcasting modifier is a +7.
Yep. It is Dark Winfred's turn.
Can I use my movement though?
Sorry. Yeah, of course.
I'm just going to move myself over with the party instead of being the outlier with a low AC.
No, I mean, look, it's almost Dark Thorindir's turn. That's not a fucking smart move if I was you. Otherwise, he's going to shatter us, baby. I'd stay the fuck away from us, mate. We're about to get fucking finger gunned.
Yeah, but where I go, like I'm not going to group with you. I'm going closer to you. So I'm going to like go over like over here and like position myself so I've got a good vantage point of the battlefield.
Yeah, so you clamber over all these like bones, crunching them under your feet, under your booted feet.
Very light-footed my way over there.
Sure. Yeah, actually, that's true. Barely a rib cage is perturbed as you light-footedly cross the snow of bones.
And yeah,
cool.
I'll just position myself like there. And once again, reiterate my point as I'm making my way over, like, where is the one who belongs to this hat? Because I'm still just like very interested in how to get the boom cree back.
Dark Winfred is going to rage. It says he's no longer raging. Whatever.
Would you like me to roll wild magic for him?
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. He won't have the stone skin. So if it lands on stone skin, then I'll have to roll it again. Because he would have like a dark version of all of the 8 original forms.
Makes sense.
Spirit. So yeah, he has a boom pixie.
Oh god,
an evil flump.
Evil flump.
An evil an evil boo boo appears. It appears within 5 feet of one creature of your choice. Yep. So, appears next to you and why did that open? Go away. Appears next to you and Paulie.
Oh god.
And then he lets out sort of a low guttural roar. This shadow bear and charges towards you, Paulie.
This is gonna hurt. I can't see what it actually is. So I thought it was a 15.
15 plus something.
It's gonna hit.
Yeah.
Their results aren't coming up on the feed.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Come on, Dark Winfred. What are you doing, buddy? Let me try again.
Probably something stupid. Let's be real.
I mean, the dark versions, would that not make them the opposites?
Yeah, so that's why the question from the donator was actually really weird, because she asked for the evil version of you to fight, but this is actually the opposite version of you, which makes them the good guys, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely correct.
This Winfred is really smart. He's a genius.
Hey, look, Winfred is really smart, just in his own way.
Actually, I think these are the variations of how Ymir remembers Winfred. So does Ymir remember Winfred as being an idiot?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
no,
that'd be like, honestly, if we're going true to form, that'd probably be the best way.
Jacob, Dylan's going to be the one to answer that, because Ymir is the character.
Ymir is me.
Oh yeah, better remember that. That old chestnut.
In the final encounter, Ymir, this Dark Thorindir would be remembered fondly because he was trying to help. Paulie was just like, he's indifferent, and Winfred, because Paulie was asleep in the crow's nest or the parrot's nest because he was under the weather. And Winfred, Ymir does not remember very fondly because the last interaction wasn't from Ymir's eyes, wasn't a very good one.
This Winfred's a scaredy cat.
Yeah. Could
This
be.
Winfred doesn't like helping from
Winfred
Ymir's
didn't want to get
eyes.
his cheeks clapped by a revenant, and look what happened.
Winfred didn't know there was a revenant when the
Yeah, I
encounter
did.
began.
Mm-hmm.
On the
I think
This
Winfred did smell a lot of necromancy. That was, but
We've had this discussion. I knew there was something evil in that room. You still chose to go in there.
That was the point.
so I've decided to put this together instead of letting Dylan and Jacob go to couples therapy.
I like it. That's good.
Yeah.
So what did he hit me for?
I've rolled it in D&D Beyond because it doesn't seem to be coming up. Let's see. Whoop. Oh, God. Sorry about this, guys. I thought I was prepared, but it's just not liking me today. Winfred. Well, do you want to roll an attack for me with the Warhammer, please, Jacob?
Sure. And I'll just roll his rolls and then my rolls, am I?
Yeah, until I can fix it.
Yeah, that's fair. Am I just doing one of them?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That's 10.
10
Yeah,
to
so he comes screaming in with the Warhammer, yelling, and swings at you. You're easily able to kind of fly out of the way. Each creature within 5 feet, the dark boo boo explodes in a shower of caustic honey, and I need you, Winfred and Paulie, to make dexterity saving throws, please.
I am just having like I am. I don't know what the fuck is with my rolls right now. Every single one is bad.
Yeah, rolls tonight have not been friendly. That's for sure.
So both of you take 1d6, roll 6 force damage. So 3 force damage each as the shadow flump explodes in front of you.
3. Okay.
Trying to think. I've imported Dark Winfred. Yeah, that's fine. Dark Thorindir sort of steps up and says, "Well, it looks like you're on the." Sorry.
Sorry. Would the flump need to take 1d6?
Oh, so the flump
From-
explodes and dies.
Oh, okay. So it wouldn't be. Okay. That's fair. My thorns wouldn't affect it then.
Yep. Dark Grimsbane turns to you, Paulie, and says, Paulie, my boy, you're on the wrong side. It is I, Thorindir Grimsbane, and me, Ymir, and you could also be on this team. The team that's going to win. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Oh no, for one, 12. 12.
Yeah, that doesn't beat Thorindir's spell. Oh no! Oh yeah, no, it doesn't. So you see, or everyone else sees a twisted, jagged crown of iron appearing above Paulie's head, and then sort of this madness starts glowing in his eyes. The charm target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that Dark Thorindir's going to mentally choose. Yeah. The target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if there are none within its reach. And on subsequent turns, he has to sort of maintain this control over you. Doesn't that sound fun?
Yes.
We'll put the little madness thing on you. All right. Dark Paulie is going to fly over to Saul.
Yep. That sounds like something that Paulie would do.
Was it? Oh, Dark Paulie. Yep, great.
Yeah. He's going to fly past you, Paulie, but you're going to get an attack of opportunity here.
Am I? Even
Yeah.
with charm?
Yeah, because it just stops your your action. It doesn't actually stop your reaction if you would like to take it.
Yeah, I would absolutely, yes. Man, this is rough. Like it's like the talent itself because of like everything about it. It's like +8. So I only get +5 for this. Everything like it's actually like it kind of screwed me a little bit. 16 will hit my.
Yeah,
Will be able
it
to
does. Roll damage.
hit 23 damage.
I'm not sure you get sneak attack because it hasn't been
Oh
your
no,
turn.
okay, 11.
Yep.
Actually, with that though, I'm going to use disheartening strike on Dark Paulie.
Oh, what does that do?
When I hit a creature with an attack using this weapon, you can fill the target with unsettling dread. The target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Ooh, I love a bit of
creature-
unsettling dread.
Yeah, the creature ignores this effect if it's immune to the frightened condition, which I know that Paulie is not.
Cool. All right, we'll try and remember that next time it makes a saving throw. It's at disadvantage. He is going to attack with Talon, though, on Ymir.
What a son of a bitch.
And Paulie is supposed to be sneaking. Let's try rolling that and see if it does it properly. There, yeah, it does. Cool. 27, I believe, does hit.
Yeah, that absolutely hits.
And 1d4. So that's you're going to take 13 piercing damage.
Yikes.
You get 2 attacks, don't you, Paulie?
I do, yes, my bonus action.
Yes.
Can't use the same weapon.
No. So he pulls out the
Dagger.
The dagger? Oh, what? 11 does not hit though. So he sort of flies towards you, Sorn, hits you with the rapier and the misses with the dagger as he performs the sort of the flyby maneuver. And he gets to about there. Oh, you fly 50 feet. Fuck yeah.
Yeah. See, now you understand it.
Winfred, regular Winfred, mundane
Okay.
Winfred.
So my new watch, my chronometer, I can only use that once a day, right?
So that effect you used on it, I believe you can only use once a day, but it has a secondary effect, I think, that kicks in if one of your allies takes damage.
Okay, cool. All right. What else have I got?
Did you add it to yourself on? Oh, you did, yeah.
I did. I added it to my D&D Beyond. I've also got the dodecahedron of doom. Not
So
sure
as a
if I wanna go
reaction,
and throw
when a
that
creature
right
you
now.
can see within 30 feet of you takes damage, that creature gains an additional action if it is the creature's turn, or can take an action immediately even though it isn't the creature's turn. So obviously, Sorn just took damage. You don't have to use it for him, but yeah.
No, I'll use it for him. Hell yeah. No. I'll use my effect. My excuse me. My starter's playing up. My items effect to help Sorn out. I don't know exactly how it works. I imagine it just automatically works.
Immediately, Sorn, you get an action.
All right. Well, I will. As he flies by, I'll immediately firebolt him.
Paulie, Dark Paulie, you mean?
Yes.
Yep.
Immediately.
I was gonna say
attack
like,
Winfred.
Just blast it back. Just like, thank you. That is a
15
to hit.
15 will hit.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. So
9
9.
fire damage as part of Paulie's feathers go up in smoke.
Luckily, I'm squishy.
And then
I just had the best idea. I turn to Dark Winfred and I say, "You may be a dark version of me, but you are still a bearkin. I invoke the Code of Grizzis." And the Code of Grizzis, where is it? The Code of Grizzis is it guarantees that a fair fight will be had between both parties, fighting unarmed and face to face. Bearkin who purposefully break this vow are often cast out from their clan to live in solitude.
What? It's a one-on-one punch on with you.
It's a mano-a-mano punch on between
God.
Winfred and Dark Winfred. And so I wait.
so Dark Winfred says back to you, "I accept your challenge."
I place my weapon beside me on the ground.
Mhm.
And I'm not wearing any gloves, so I can't take them off. but I like crack my knuckles, and then I go and put my hands up. I'm gonna go and punch him straight in the fucking jaw.
Mhm.
Just like left jab, bang, and then with the right hand, just bring it round for a right cross. I'm going to roll for unarmed. I can't really roll for weapon master for that one, so it's just going to be 2 attacks.
The 10 doesn't hit, but the 24 certainly does.
Cool. Hey, is there any additional effects if like the roll is like double or greater the person's AC? Or am I
No.
imagining that?
No.
No? Okay, cool. I'll roll for damages on the 24.
That would be cool, though.
Roll for damages on the
Like a
24.
critical
It's
effect,
not
but
working
not
in the
maybe more
foundry.
damage.
I'm going to have to do it through D&D Beyond.
Yeah, it's acting up a little bit, probably because of all the maps. 5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning damage.
I thought they were turned
Kate,
off.
Kate gave Ymir inspiration. That's great.
On the upside, he's not in battle.
Yeah, good point. It's so good.
Does that mean I get the inspiration? Because I am Ymir and Ymir is me. I still don't have my own card. Oh, I do now. Damn it.
It's Dark Ymir. It's Undead Ymir. Thank you, though, Kate.
God damn it, Cake.
Though, if you do want to help these guys, of course, you can donate. The donation perks are on the screen for a good cause. Beyond Blue, obviously, airdrop them some magic items. They may or may not need it. As Winfred, you step in.
I could use some boxing gloves. Thanks, guys. Just putting that one out there.
So you've
Preferably made of iron.
So you've put your hammer down, you've stepped forward, and you get up with the claws and like start raking at the Dark Winfred. You realize
Is Paulie still standing in between me and Dark Winfred?
Yeah, you'd have to walk beside him to kind of.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because he's going to see like 2 huge bears just start fucking tearing each other apart.
Steve, thank you very much for the $8. That means we've also got a Wild Magic Surge. Roll me a Wild Magic Surge. D100, please, Jacob.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. 52. Oh, I thought that was a 42 for a second. Oh my god. Just not again. All right.
Fine,
Lay it on me, damn daddy.
Yeah. We got 52. Yeah. Okay. As you're fighting, you've invoked Grizzus, and you just feel more powerful. A spectral shield kind of hovers or sort of starts emanating around you. For the next minute, you get a +2 bonus to AC, and you're immune to magic missile.
Oh,
Awesome.
thanks, G. And then I'm gonna keep fighting.
Okay.
So +2 to my AC. I'm just gonna remember that. Yeah, cool. And my bonus action. This is a reactive form, so I can't really do much with my bonus action. But yeah, that's cool. I'm happy to use that as my bonus action.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, no. Now, Dark Winfred can only target me.
Paulie, you feel overwhelmingly compelled to attack regular Winfred.
Would I have heard that conversation and even in Madness accepted their one-on-one duel?
Uh,
I feel like I would have pissed off like my new ally, Dark Winfred.
It's not an ally thing. You are just compelled to lash out to someone next to you. And Dark Thorindir is making you choose regular Winfred.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
Okay.
Sweet. I attack Winfred then.
Be gentle. I'm new to this.
13.
Oh, actually, no.
Thanks to
It
his
doesn't
new
hit my
shield,
AC
it
because my
does
AC
not
is now
hit.
14.
Good timing.
How good? How good? However, wait. If he doesn't land an attack on me, does my wild magic form still affect him?
What does your wall? Does it say attacks you or damages you?
I think it just says attacks. Hang on, I'll try and
I'm
try
scrolling
and
up to it now.
yeah. I think
Hits you. When a creature hits you, they take damage.
yeah.
So he didn't hit.
So he would take
didn't hit you.
1d6 force damage.
I didn't hit you.
Yeah,
Oh.
he failed to hit.
Oh, so he didn't land a hit. Okay, cool.
I didn't
All right,
land a
never
hit.
mind.
No. Yeah.
Okay, good.
All right. If that's the end of your turn, Paulie, you have to do that, and then use your action before moving to do a melee attack against a creature other than yourself. Then you can act normally for the rest of your turn.
Can I try and break this thought?
You can at the end of your turn, you'll get a chance to.
Okay.
But also you feel the compulsion to attack anything next to you.
All right. Well, I mean, seeing as I can't really do much else. Actually, no. I'll use my bonus action to attack Dark Thorndy.
Okay.
If I can do anything else on my turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can still move and do your bonus action.
Done. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna attack Dark Thorndy.
Okay.
Damn it! If only I had my dagger. If only I had my fucking my pistol still. Just blow his fucking head off. Dash here. That just did damage. It didn't do the whole thing.
It didn't roll the attack.
Yeah. 1 second. Why is it doing
It's
that?
pretty impressive damage.
I know.
Hopefully it lands.
Yeah. There we go.
That'll definitely hit. So 20 damage to Dark Thorndir. He's got to try and make a Constitution save to maintain the spell on you.
Yeah, that was my thought. I was hoping it was a concentration thing.
Let me just double check the concentration rules. Concentration save. DC equals 10 or half the damage you take. So he took 23. Half of that is 12-ish. He makes it, but
no.
barely. You, though, at the end of your turn, do get a chance to make another wisdom saving throw to overthrow this thing.
Cool.
Yes.
16.
Yeah, you shake it off.
Awesome.
You are no longer maddened.
Yay!
Cool. Bupido, though, says, "This is the work of the Dark Lord. You will die here, and I shall help him and rise up to be sitting at her feet." He's going to step towards you, Paulie. He's got this sort of hooked spear that he's going to kind of lash forward and try and hit you with.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 14 to hit.
A 15 is my armor class.
Oh, okay. Then it's a no.
Thank God, my cloak, my +1 cloak.
That's right. Yeah, old Paulie doesn't have that shit, does he?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So his AC is only 14, actually.
Broke ass bitch. Yes.
Sorn, you're up.
All right, I am going to just blast Dark Paulie again.
You start blasting.
That's what I do. That is a 19 to hit. That's a 26 to hit for 6 damage. I just want to double check that I
Back in 1 second.
cannot reroll damage by doing something. Blah, 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 da, da, da. I cannot. Yep, that's it. 6 damage. Blast him right in the fucking cloaca.
Into Dark Paulie?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Dark Paulie's not looking great. Dark Paulie's pretty soft boy.
And
yes.
I will I just want to make a move as well. Up here.
Cool,
It's
so you-
25 feet, but I climb up 5 feet.
Sure. Yeah, so you
just on
scamper up to the top of the ridge up there as Dark Winfred levels his gaze at regular Winfred. Winfred, obviously, you're sort of coming in with the bear claws, attacking. And you
Oh
hear...
yeah, this is fucking Rocky Balboa versus fucking Apollo Creed here. This is just all.
Would it not be Rocky versus Rocky?
Huh?
Would it not be Rocky versus Rocky?
It's Dark Winter.
Yeah.
But you
Dark
hear a from Ymir. And he says, "Oh, Winfred. Poor little Winfred. You've invoked Grizzus. But we both know the real you is a coward." And Dark Winfred hefts the hammer and attacks you recklessly.
Yeah! Yes! That's so fucking good!
Fuck.
Shouldn't have been a little bitch in his last moments there, Jacob.
God.
That's a 23 to hit
Yeah, it hits.
for 12 bludgeoning damage.
So good.
I take 6 of that.
Sure.
And
he's gonna
Dark
attack you.
Winfred will also have to take a 1d6 of force damage.
Cool. So roll that 1d6 for me. As he attacks you again, hitting with a 19 to hit for 10 bludgeoning damage.
So I'm just going to roll 2d6.
Yep. Does it happen every time they hit you?
Yes.
That's useful in this fight.
Yeah, it's thorns. It's
Yeah, yeah.
basically thorn mail. Like, so I'm gonna roll 2. Actually, I'm gonna roll 1d6 twice. That's gonna yield a better result. I keep fucking this up. There we go. 1 and 1. So, all up, he will take 9 force damage. So the first one, he will feel Grizz's eye sort of like stare upon him, and the first thorn that will lash out will be from him, and then the second one will be from me. And oh man, I'm fucking shivering now. This is tense. Okay, so is it my turn yet, or is it? No?
Well,
Oh, it's not.
just before he ends his turn, he summons another dark flumph between you and Sorn, and it explodes straight away. Sorn, Winfred, make a dex save for me, please.
Dex save. I am going to re-roll that.
Yes, you
that's a
can.
3.
Fuck the rules.
Oh, I can because
I rolled a natty 1.
that's a 2. I'm going to re-roll that again and spend another sorcery point.
Does it let you do that?
Yeah.
How many times does it let you use that feature on your
Where
turn?
is it? When you make a check that fails, you can spend a sorcery point to re-roll, and you. Oh no, I can
You
only
must
do it
use
once.
the next result, I believe.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Can I burn one of those 1d8s of inspiration?
What d8s of inspiration?
The ones that we get from chat.
I don't know if you have one at the moment.
Oh,
I don't have
don't
it on
we?
the overlay.
Bugger!
Because we've got the Beyond Blue gifts. I'm not really tracking the Streamloots gifts right now.
The Streamloots gifts, you did say they were turned off unless you'd already redeemed them before, like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah.
No. That's fine. That's fine.
Do I not give you enough? Does Daddy not give you enough toys?
I just rolled a natural 1 and I don't want to die.
You're gonna take 2 force damage as.
Oh, that's not so bad.
I was like, come on, dude. Winfred like ducks, puts his paws over his eyes, and just feels a little ruffle in his fur. And he's like, oh.
All right. I'll stop being a bitch.
Cool.
All right. So it's not even my turn. What am I talking for? I'm gonna shut up now.
Dark Thorindir points to over near Thorn and Winfred and says, "You are a great companion, dark-skinned one, but you're nothing compared to Ymir." And clicks his finger, and a huge shatter explosion. I need you both to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Me as well.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
That is an 11.
As bones and gore and viscera explode out. Thorn, Sorn, you're going to take 22 thunder damage.
Jesus Christ.
Winfred, you're going to take half.
Okay.
As just bones and things fly around the room, scraping on you, the force of the thunderousness obviously rocks you about. And that is Dark Thorindir's turn. He actually is going to say, "Paulie, my boy, take him down!" And Dark Paulie is going to have Bardic Inspiration. As he swoops back in to swipe at Winfred.
That doesn't sound like Paulie at all.
From behind. Flanking with Dark Winfred. Talon? 21 to hit.
Me?
Yep.
You're just teasing me now. Fucking yeah, it hits.
And do you know what's great about Talon? Oh wait, it's still piercing damage. It doesn't really count as magical damage, does it? It's just magical for the purposes of other things. So 17 damage total.
Total, like, is that halved or is that not halved?
So that's total. I will trust you to track halving things.
Okay, because I thought that was halved, and I was like, oh Christ. Oh God, what's half of 17?
More gifts from the chat. Thank you very much, Steve. That's $11. That's an item. Do you want to roll if you want to do exclamation mark D100 in chat? So D100 for me, Steve. If you're in the chat there, or if you're in Twitch chat, I don't know if that'll work for other chats, but we'll see. We'll see what the party gets here. 95.
I redeemed add a command, and it just says press F to pray for Winfred. Because I lost over half my health bar in
I got it.
one round of attack.
And who do you want that to go to, Steve?
There you go. Command added.
Thanks, chat.
Okay. Whoever is on the lowest HP. Who's on the lowest HP out of everyone?
That'd be Winfred or Dark Paulie.
How much is Winfred on? Because I'm on 7.
I'm on more than 7. I'm on like 21.
Yeah, I'm on 7 HP.
Yeah.
Okay. You feel, Sorn, you feel a calling from your god, Talos.
Oh, Talos.
You think it took a while for him to hear you beneath the waves. Because you're beneath the Dark Lake. You're not even... he's the god of storms, right? There's no storms down here. You're far from his lightning light, this deep, this low. But thanks to Steve in the chat, you feel a crack of lightning around your finger And then sort of ethereally around your finger right now is a ring of water elemental command.
I'll add that.
I will.
Also, Dark Poly is going to have to take 1d6 damage. I was meant to say that before. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to roll 1d6. He takes 3 force damage.
Okay. Dark Poly doesn't like that. And he flies a little bit away with the rest of his speed. As we move on to regular Winfred's turn, and obviously a lot of these items you're getting, just remember, they are here for the rest of the month, and then they fade away. But not...
Okay.
You know what doesn't fade away? Caring about each other during mental health. So thank you very much for your donations, Steve. And Jacob specifically just trying to buy his way out of this problem. And mostly thanks to Pippa, was it? Who made this happen. So
no. She's I'm saying to him just like, yeah, I'm getting my ass kicked in this fight. I may die. She goes, oh my god, no.
Yep.
Okay, so my turn. I'm going to get the dodecahedron of doom, and I'm going to throw it here between Dark Thorindir, what's his name, and Dark Winfred.
Yep.
So I'm guessing I just throw a d12.
Yeah. So remind me what this item does.
Let's have a look at my inventory. Dodecahedron of Doom was a rather large die, both magical and mechanical in creation, that caused a number of arcane effects when it was thrown across the floor. I had the spell list for it like up on Google.
That's right.
Because I was having a look at it.
I've got it up.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna like throw a d12. That's a 3.
A light spell was cast upon the die, which remained until it was touched by a creature.
You throw the dodecahedron and just like light pierces out of it, shining relatively harmlessly, although it is rave-like.
Sandstorm plays ominously.
Yeah. Here we go. How about that?
I'm just gonna look at this dodecahedron for like a hot second and just be like, "Oh, come on!" And then I pick up my axe and I'm gonna my hammer, and I'm gonna hit Dark Winfred.
Your hammer's actually slightly further away because you put it down next to you and then moved forward to come in and attack.
You did, yes.
All right, what other fucking items do I have? Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out the potion of invulnerability. And I'm just gonna like look Dark Winfred dead in the eye, knock it open, and then like neck it.
Cool.
For 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage. The potion's syrupy liquid look like a liquefied iron. So like all of the bone armor that I've got on me currently, turns to like flecks of metal, and I become what I imagine Winfred would look like if he was like trawling through a junkyard or something like that. He just like turns into jagged bits of metal.
Yeah, perfect. So with that shink, 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 it becomes Colossus Winfred. Everyone's favorite.
And adopt a Russian accent.
Exactly.
No, I'm not doing a Russian accent. I'm sorry, but
would
I can't.
You like to, so that's your action. Would you like to do anything else?
Pick up my fucking hammer if I can. Yeah, I'm gonna move back here. I'm gonna pick up my hammer.
All right, you trigger an attack of opportunity against Dark Winfred.
I've got resistance to damage, and he's gonna take force damage. This is probably more damage that I'm gonna do to him in the first place.
19 to hit for 7 bludgeoning damage.
I take 3. I say fuck you. I'm rolling a d6.
Yep. Okay. He is not obviously resistance to force damage. He's resistant to only mundane types of damage, such as the stuff that Paulie can do. So Winfred, you should step back, grab your hammer, and kind of step back into the fray if you would like, and then it's Paulie's turn.
Yep.
Perfecto. Paulie is going to slap Dark Thorindir with the Archeron Blade Scimitar. $18 to hit.
18 will definitely hit, as he's like, Paulie, my boy, what are you doing? You can't clap these cheeks.
Oh, darling, I want to, though. I'm going to re-roll one of those D6s in the sneak attack. Roll D6. Actually, do I have to use my sneak attack on that one, or can I do it on my second, my bonus action?
You can do it on your bonus action. You choose when to activate it.
No, I'm just going to do 7. I'm just going to do 7 damage to it.
Okay, 7 damage to Thorindir.
Yep, and then I'm going to fly away to Dark Paulie.
Okay, Wupido tries to hit you with a hooked spear because you don't trigger attack of opportunity from Thorindir, but you do from this guy.
Yep.
Does 13, I assume, does not hit?
13 does not hit, no.
No.
And then I'm going to stab the version of me with a dagger.
Cool.
23 definitely hits. Wait, does it hit though? Just to feel something here. Does it hit?
I mean, I would actually even put his AC even lower because I think Ymir thought Paulie was naked constantly.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Just naked bird.
Perfect. I'm just gonna re-roll that D4.
Don't bother. How do you want to do this?
I'm just gonna literally just stab him repeatedly and go, there can only be one!
You swoop up behind him, catching up to him, putting the dagger in between his ribs, telling him there can only be one, and then that both of you sort of collide he collides with the ground beneath you, and sort of you come to a stop, and then after a moment, the form of Paulie sort of turns back into this black ichor and sort of separates and oozes back into the hard rock.
And then I'm just gonna yell to Ymir I'm better than you think, and then that's it. That'll end my turn there.
Pupido is going to what's he going to do? He's going to shoot you, Winfred, with this crossbow. Actually, he's going to he's going to shoot at Sorn.
Yeah, no, I'm dead.
So he pulls the crossbow out, raises it at the drow, pulls the trigger straight into Sorn's chest, and Sorn hits the ground.
Sorn is down.
All right, do you want to blind DM roll me a death saving throw, please, Sorn?
Well, it is my turn as well. Slash roll.
Is Ymir going to kill you, Sorn?
Yeah!
If Ymir kills Sorn, I'm out of this campaign. I'm not rolling another character.
Oh no!
I'm just not. I've rolled enough characters, and I've got enough characters on the side to go with the other campaigns.
Dark Winfred attacks recklessly at regular Winfred. 22 to hit.
I have resistance to damage, don't I?
Yeah.
So does that increase my AC at all, or anything?
No, you halve any damage you take.
But I'm also in a rage as well, so I halve and then halve again?
Yeah, I'll allow it to double up.
Or take a quarter of it or something?
Sure. Yeah, half and half is a quarter.
Okay.
So 1 damage.
I mean, I don't
think...
I
take 1 damage.
I don't think it works that way, but I'll allow it because I can't be bothered looking it up.
Yeah.
So I reserve the right to change that ruling. He attacks again, this time 18 to hit for 8 bludgeoning damage. Dark Winfred just attacking you with that hammer, and just sort of mindlessly going like, Winfred, hungry. Winfred shouldn't have betrayed Ymir. Ymir fixed Winfred's pot.
I really like that this is just basically like a guilt trip for Winfred being a coward. This is good.
I'm sorry. No, um, I can't attack him back because it's not my turn.
But he takes
do,
4, 5, 6.
however,
He takes 7 damage. Is that right?
I
For
do.
the-
Yeah, I do. However, smack him for 7 damage, so he's still going to take force damage.
Cool. Another donation from Pippa. Thank you very much. A $24
Pippa's been
donation.
texting me because she's really stressed that she's going to do a TPK, so she wants to send. She sent $24. She wants to send a bardic inspiration, a wild magic surge, and an a magical item delivery.
Okay. Well, I'll let Pippa sort out or who that needs to go to as we get to Dark Thorindir's turn.
Just type it in the Twitch chat, Pippa.
Where is Dark Grimsbane? Up here. Okay. What has he got? He's got all sorts of good, yummy stuff. He looks at you, Paulie, and says, "Well, Paulie, you took out the dark, Paulie, but I trust you to always be playing with yourself. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me."
Wisdom saving throw. Doing that now. Again, he's just wanting to play with me. Fucking 5.
You take 4 psychic damage, and you have disadvantage on your next attack roll,
Son of a bitch.
as you are viciously mocked for playing with yourself.
I respect it.
Dark Paulie's dead. Winfred, you hear sort of a bubble and groan from Sorn just behind you. He's not looking great. You hear from Ymir's shadow, you hear a he's a bit frail, isn't he? Too bad you replaced me with such a weakling.
I was about to do something really cool too.
I bet he was about to do something really cool, but it's too late for him now because he's not endurant like I am.
Do death saves count as ability checks? Or death saves count as death saves? Because I was thinking of giving bolster magic to Sorn, but
It is a saving throw, so anything that's a saving throw that would boost a saving throw would work on.
it specifically says for 10 minutes the creature can roll a d3 whenever making an attack roll or ability check and add the number to the d20 roll.
It's not an ability check; it's a saving throw.
Yeah, that's all right.
So I could use a sorcery
Bard-
point to re-roll if I do a bad one, but I don't know if I'm rolling good or bad. That's the issue.
Yeah.
And also, do you have to be conscious to use sorcery points?
Winfred, do you still have any potions?
I'm not sure. We should
Do
also
I have
have
any
potions.
potions?
No,
haven't-
it's fine. I'll do it.
Okay. Because I'm pretty sure that I wasn't given one. They were all in.
Yeah, we had
Everyone got 3.
Yep, correct.
Everyone
Well, in that case, I'd have 3 because.
Don't worry about it. Just use it on yourself.
Yeah, I might actually need to.
Yeah, you need it more than I do.
You need, remember to heal.
You know, I took Wandering Monster out of the things you could redeem as well because I was like, you know what, make it easy on you boys.
Yeah, now I'm dead again.
I gotta roll items for. Well, you guys can tell me who gets. These.
She hasn't told me where.
Well,
I'll let
you determine, Jacob. If you just want to determine where the Bardic Inspiration can go, Bardic Inspiration can be used on saving throws, but again, Dylan doesn't know what he's rolling, so.
Okay. Well, I'll let Dylan have the Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
I'll roll for Wild Magic, and I'll give Paulie the
item.
Item.
It's an uncommon item, I think, right?
Yeah.
What do I roll? 1d100?
Yeah.
$89. It's a good roll. At least I hope it is.
Okay. In your hand, Paulie, you pull off, like, out of the ooze of the other body of the other Paulie, you pull out an amulet that's got what appears to be a beer stein as its like medallion.
What?
This is an amulet of the drunkard. This amulet smells of old, ale-stained wood. While wearing it, you can regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points whenever you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. Once the amulet has restored hit points, it can't do so again until the next dawn.
That's sick. Man, I want to give that a Thorndeer.
So it's like real life. Drink a beer, feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, just helps you fight through it, you know?
Yeah, I want to give it a Thorndeer when we actually do.
Cool. So Winfred, it is your turn though. Sorry, please continue. You have a dark Winfred in front of you. He's looking at about half strength. So is the dark Grimsbane beyond. Whippo, the Darrow, is looking like no one's touched him yet, and he's actually looking and sort of looking to pick up this dodecahedron of doom.
I pick up my hammer, and as I pick up my hammer, I'm going to put 2 hands on it and use bolster magic on myself. And I'm going to say to Dark Winfred, I'm like, I tried to help him, and I hit him with my hammer. And
You have advantage on these attacks because he's attacking recklessly.
Cool. And I go to hit him, and I'm like, I tried to help him. I tried to warn him. And I'll take the 22. I'll roll for damages. So that'll be a 2-handed swing. So that's 10 damage. And then I'm going to attack again. And I'm going to say, oh, that's a natural fucking 20. And I'm going to hit with my critical strike. I'm going to hit like straight down on Dark Winfred. I'm like, he was my friend! And bang, straight in the head. So that'll be 7 plus 4. It'll be... Help me out here. 11 damage. And whilst I'm here doing my critical magic, I'm also going to roll a d6 for my hammer's effect. So he'll take an extra d6 of damage. That's a 3.
And he doesn't resist any of that. Yep.
Yeah. So he'll take a bit of that of force damage of like extra me hitting him.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst I'm here, I'm going to roll for my wild magic surge.
Yeah.
60.
Six, 0.
No.
The metal
around
you growing harder and harder every time he's hitting you. Like the metal, like your chips of the metal are falling off, but then like your body or the magic around you goes to seal up that area and seals it with even more. So it's almost like more patches of metal are being welded on every time you get hit.
Mm-hmm.
From the these blows that you guys are inflicting on each other back and forth, and eventually though, your body sort of kicks into overdrive. And I shit you not, you transform into an iron statue of yourself for 1 minute, during which time you are considered petrified.
Oh, get fucked, Dan.
Amazing. Amazing.
Oh.
Right.
Well, that's the end of my turn. You just see like an iron statue of Winfred losing his shit at Dark Winfred.
Yeah.
This is becoming a very introspective fight, and I'm petrified.
Paulie.
Kind of just going, fuck, this is going sideways. Paulie's going to just swoop down to Sorn, get one of his greater healing potions, and just shove it into Sorn's gullet.
Yep.
Just get it in there as fast as I bloody can.
That's your action to do so.
That is correct. Yep.
Yep. And how much healing is that for Sorn?
I'm just
I'll
gonna
be
get it
back
up.
in a second.
Yep.
I'll roll it now. 4d4 plus 4. 1 second.
Okay.
So there you go.
15 plus 4,
15.
19.
Yeah, 15, so 19. Yep.
Hell yeah. I'll take it. I'm back up. I'm back in the fight, baby.
And then seeing Winfred do that, I'm not even going to stop in a second. I'm just going to bonus action attack Dark Winfred. I
With
do have
disadvantage because you are
disadvantage, correct.
mockeried. Yep.
Seven.
Not going to work. The thoughts of Dark Thorindir. You know it's not the real Thorindir, but his words hurt so much
Yeah.
that you worry about it. Torpedo is going to try and shoot at you, Paulie. It's 21 to hit for 5 piercing damage.
Cool. I'll just take that. I won't even uncanny dodge it because I feel like I'm about to get wailed on.
You wake up, liquid pouring down your throat, and as your eyes shoot open, you just kind of hear the rustle of feathers as Paulie flies away. But you're sort of prone on the ground here, behind a petrified Iron Winfred, and obviously this crazy light show. Dark Ymir just sort of laughing, so weak. And then obviously, Dark Thorindir, Dark Winfred, and so on. You feel like crap. In fact, you feel like you just had 2 bad death saves.
Goddamn. Really cool. 2? I only made 1.
I thought I saw you roll twice.
No, I only rolled 1. It's been 1 turn since I was down.
Oh, okay.
It's coming up on my second.
Save. My bad. Now, imagine if I killed you before you were even dead.
Yeah, right? Goddamn. Like, I was just like, oh, damn. Well,
I'll be like,
I'm dead, I guess.
Beyond Blue, baby.
I'll be making some calls.
Look, if you're ever worried or you're ever anxious or you're a bit, concerned,
Okay, sorry.
absolutely reach out to Beyond Blue, and we might be able to put some. I'll see if I can find some resources we can put in the chat if this battle goes poorly, poorly, not poorly. We can issue out some resources to kind of help you get through it. Sorry, please continue, Dylan.
All right, I will get up using half of my movement. I will target. I'll target Dark Winfred, and I am just pissed. And I'm gonna let go a second. Can I use that Bardic Inspiration as well? That D8 of Bardic Inspiration on this attack roll.
So with Bardic Inspiration, you can declare it afterwards if you like.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was that did not roll through for some reason.
Because you're still on. That hits
I'm
anyway.
still
though.
blind.
It does, I'll reveal it. It does hit. You don't need the Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. For 16 lightning damage.
Hey, Sean.
How do I want to do this?
How do you want to do this?
I want to obliterate Dark Winfred.
Kill steal? What the fuck, Dylan?
Dark Winfred takes this lightning bolt.
For 10 rounds.
You're petrified, yeah. What are you talking about?
Dark Winfred turns to you and just says, like, I am Winfred. I will live forever. It turns to you and says, the coward lives 1,000 deaths. And then the lightning bolt cracks into Winfred. Despite his sort of magical rage, it pierces directly through any defenses that he has, and just sort of pulls apart the shadowy form, and it just splats everywhere. Part of it hits Paulie in the face, Just and Whippo and Dark Thorindir. Yeah.
And one other thing, using a potion, is that an action or a bonus action?
An action.
Oh, damn. Well then. I will end my turn there.
Okay. Let's see here. Dark Thorindir is going to turn to you, Paulie, and say, you know, this actually means nothing, because she is coming, and you're just buying yourself a little bit more time. It's all fruitless, Paulie, my boy. Just lay down. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
10. He knows I'm not smart.
He's an old friend. No, God.
8.
You're going to take 2 psychic damage, and you are viciously mocked again.
I mean, at least he's not dealing damage at the moment.
Winfred is inanimate. Paulie.
Gang.
With that vicious mockery, because it just does hurt my feelings. It genuinely hurts my feelings. I'm just going to go in there and attack Thorindir. I'm going to attack with my dagger first. So that is a disadvantage.
Yep.
You're lucky you chose that one first.
Yeah. 10.
10 misses, yep.
And then attack with Acheron Blade Scimitar next. Man.
11 is not going to cut it. And I wish Aaron was here, because he'd be able to tell me if the Burning Hands Sunleaf armor goes off when someone hits you or when someone attempts to attack you. I think they have to hit you.
I reckon it'd be the same as my thorns.
Probably. Bupido is going to step forward with his hook and start walking towards you, Sorn. And he's like, yes, the Dark Lord, he wants your eyes. And he's going to try and hit you with the hook spear. It's 21 to hit.
He will hit.
Oh, Wild Magic Surge from Nicholas. Thank you very much. Give me another Wild Magic Surge, Winfred.
This is so hard.
You guys, this is bullshit. Like 12.
Right, where's my...
Thank you guys very much for donating to the stream, but there's only so much wild magic searches that I can survive.
Maybe
so I
you'll
really
turn
hope
into a
this one
sentient one.
benefits me.
Maybe you'll be a sentient iron statue now.
Oh yeah, the Iron Giant.
Okay. Winfred, can you... wait, what was it? 12? Can you roll 4d10 for me, please?
Oh, yeah.
Dan's only smiling slightly, so who knows?
4d10. Let's do this. 22.
All right. So, Sorn, you've this lightning you've hit Dark Winfred with arcs into Dark Winfred, blowing him up. Right? You've stood up. The lightning you hit Dark Winfred with is like shot back up into the ceiling, back to Talos, and then it comes back down and hits the lightning rod that is Winfred.
Oh God!
But it sort of crackles and tries to earth, and then lances out at 3 targets of your choosing, Winfred.
All right. I mean, the 3 obvious ones are Bupido, Emir's Revenant Image, and Dark Thorindir.
Mm-hmm. So these lightning bolts lance out at Bupido, Dark Thorindir, and then the other one sort of strikes the magic circle where Dark Ymir was, and sort of roughs up the summoning runes and whatnot, and the visage of Dark Ymir fades as the magic fades from the area, and you just hear sort of his final words of, "You will not be able to escape my
Oh.
Oh, I really want to say equip, but I'm petrified.
Sorn. It's your turn.
Okay, I was just adding. The did not work. Okay. Anyway, I will just blast Dark Thorindir because I can't. Oh wait, no, I get
You have a
disadvantage
guy
because of this guy in front of
melee
me
range,
anyway.
correct.
God damn it.
Both Dark Thorindir and Whippo are looking pretty badly off now that they've just been struck by lightning.
I am going to grab my spear, like reach over with my left hand, grab my spear off my back, and just bring it across Bipido, and attack him with that. But I'm assuming a 7 does not hit.
His AC is low, but it's not that low. A 7 fails. He's able to sort of pull up the hooked spear, and you sort of are both fighting with spears effectively, which makes for a very interesting fight.
And that is all I can do. So I'll end my turn there. There we go. That worked. All right, I've added a command called Helpline for all of the worldwide depression, anxiety helplines.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Dylan.
All good.
Okay, so Thorindir starts whispering into his hand. He's like, Polly, are you sure you really want to be here? Don't you want to get out of here, Polly? You definitely don't want to still be here. Run, Polly, run. Make a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Paulie.
You know I'm not smart, okay?
That's why they're happening.
But are you smarter than Winfred?
6.
Roll 3d6. You take 12 psychic damage, and you must immediately use your reaction to move as far away as your speed allows you.
That's 50 feet.
Yeah. Though it is your turn again now, so...
Perfect. I'm going to just go right back there.
Yeah.
And just slap Dark Thorindir with Acheron Blade Scimitar.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have disadvantage this one or no?
No.
Boom. 20 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
18 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Just like, you know what? Because it's a scimitar, I'm actually going to clap those cheeks.
With the flat of the blade.
With the flat of the blade.
Yeah, good.
Straight up, just clap those cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
We love clapping cheeks on this channel.
And then I'm going to go into behind Bupido and then just stab him right in the back with the dagger.
You don't have any more movement because you had to move your...
I don't. You're right. Then don't worry about it. I'm going to bonus action hide into the bones.
Your bone is action
Yeah.
hide.
Yeah.
Bonus action.
Yeah. Yeah. Where are we?
Meanwhile, Bupido is going to try and hit you with that hooked spear.
17.
Sorn.
Yeah.
That's 14 to hit.
It mates.
For 5 damage as he kind of tears into one of your arms, slicing through some of your clothes there, leaving a big old gash, which is certainly going to get infected in a place like this. But it is your turn. He's just sort of muttering at you like, "Yes, I've got them on the ropes now. Don't worry, my Dark Lord. Their hearts will their blood will make a new ritual even stronger than before, one to bring you here."
I'm going to non-lethal shocking grasp him.
Okay.
Because I do want to question him.
Okay.
That is a 18 to hit for 8 lightning damage.
Yeah. So you reach out, grab him, shocking him with electricity, and he starts screaming incoherently about the end of the end of the world is coming. She's coming. She's gonna be here. We're all her puppets. And then sort of collapses to the floor, still breathing, but obviously unconscious. And that is you've solved my dark tats puzzle. Congratulations.
And just quickly, if we are out of initiative order now, I'm just going to call, I'm going to tie him up because he's unconscious. And wait for Winfred's iron statue to drop.
Yeah.
And
After 1 minute, Winfred, the iron wears off.
Oh,
and
but wait,
you are
before that, can I just like draw a mustache on the statue?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
And then I'm going to just drop
Balance some coins on his head like at a bottle.
Yeah.
I'm going to gather everyone together. Get everyone to stand in a circle. I'm going to cast my prayer of healing. Takes 10 minutes. So everyone gets 12 points of healing.
Thanks, man.
And then I'm going to slap this guy awake and hold the hat in front of him and say, "Where is the man who belongs to this?"
Yep. And seeing as it's 10 o'clock, I think those are all answers that we'll have to get next week.
Fair. I wanted to go through the pile of bones and shit and see if there's anything of value, but okay.
Yeah.
Next
we'll
week.
definitely-
That was a fucking tough fight. That was worth it.
Terrifying. I almost lost another character.
Yeah, so did I.
I mean,
For once, Paulie did
Welcome to the
like
club.
Paulie did okay right until that end
Yeah, I
part.
was gonna say, like, Paulie was one of the ones that like survived with more than half of his hit points.
that was really fun playing as you guys to take you guys down. Thank you for
Yeah.
that opportunity, Pippa.
Thank you for bringing my character back.
Mate,
That was sick.
I've not forgotten about Ymir, you know, and I was actually just looking at my notes of what his mistress's name is as well, in case that's important.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
No, when I heard mistress and like shadowy figure, I was like, oh god, we're in the Underdark. It's gonna be Lolth. I'm definitely gonna fucking die
Yeah,
because I'm gonna get targeted. But I'm so glad that I'm definitely glad it wasn't Lolth.
Just as an aside, I just got bored and started zooming in on the map. The details on this map are fantastic. I'm sorry, I'm obsessed. This is great.
Yeah, so lots of bones. You can see there the name of the Patreon I got it from. So Zahi Cartography. So I'm a patron of theirs, and I've got a bunch of their maps, specifically of the Underdark. They've got a whole bunch of really cool ones, and the ones in town and stuff, I think, are all from them. So shout out to Zahi, and that's why I make sure you can still see it in the wall. Just because I definitely want to show off to anyone else, other DMs who want to take this stuff. Absolutely go support them. So.
I've got one very important question for the party. Hey Dan,
Yeah.
when level?
You guys like just leveled up?
Did
We've
yeah.
had a couple of very
level
very
6.
very
Nah.
difficult fights.
Right,
We
it's
just
not-
leveled up. We just leveled up. We
You
just
just
leveled up.
leveled up when you arrived in town.
We did.
Yeah, no. Look, our levels
Oh no! Before we
increase.
left for Grim.
It's not
Yeah.
before you left for Grim. It's not my fault. The battles are tough because you guys are shit. Like that's
No.
not.
Our levels increase by how much trauma that we fucking suffer through. So we've got a fair bit to go yet. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're probably halfway through the level.
Every
I've also
level, no,
got-
but remember,
halfway
every
through the
subsequent
trauma.
level is going to take longer than the level before as well.
Yeah,
This is-
absolutely.
This is WoW rules.
I also have,
10 years we'll be level 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
but the next campaign we run, you know, you're going to breeze through the first couple of levels because I'm going to have that double XP on, double XP weekend.
it's gonna be great. We're gonna have rested XP. Dude.
rested
It's gonna be
XP.
sick.
Plus.
I also do have something to. I've got an idea that I want to about this character.
Okay.
that,
Yeah. I've
gotta.
absolutely hit me
run
there because
by
I know we've probably spent more time chatting about Caden's backstory than Sawn's offline.
Yeah.
So, but you know me, I'm always trying to put stuff in here.
I got a pretty cool drow related
Absolutely.
addition I want to add to my backstory.
Cool. No. Definitely hit me up with that. Similarly, you know, I haven't incorporated a lot of, I think, Winfred and Paulie backstories in this, there's a little bit of Thorindir, obviously, with the whole Grim, City of Grim. But don't think I haven't forgotten about you two as well. I think you guys are getting lots of little treats and hooks like Boomcrees and Earth Elemental boys. But
I want that damn gun.
and look, thank you everyone who tuned in and obviously donated to Beyond Blue. Clicking that link, obviously. We'll be back next week. We might even have a special guest from one of the other streams as we're doing this with Raging Rolls, Fate's Grip, and Split the Party. And of course, there's a link there for our YouTube there as well if you want to subscribe and watch them later or go back and have a look at some of the weird shit that we've done in the past. None of it's really going to make sense, but that's the fun part. We've already hit $2,700 on the charity money raising, so that's lovely, that's excellent, and we're just into the final stretch now. We're doing this until the end of the month, obviously Mental Health Month as it shows there, and if we hit 3,000 before the end of the month, I will run a Star Wars stream in November.
Hell yeah.
So, and I'll be doing it with guests from a bunch of the other podcasts or a bunch of the other live streams as well. So if you're interested in something like that, a Star Wars D&D kind of thing, definitely dig deep either tonight or next week when we'll be back, hopefully on Monday, 7 o'clock next week. And hopefully we'll get Thorindir back because that fight probably would have been a little bit easier with him helping.
Yeah, that absolutely would have been a lot easier with him.
Yeah.
I've also got a... this is a post thing for the campaign that I'm writing. I'm making some additions to it.
Yeah, cool. Dylan, where can people find you if they want to search you out?
Twitch.tv/I am Dylan James. At the moment, my stream schedule is kind of relaxed. It's just basically whenever I have the time. But hopefully soon I will be going back to full-time streaming. And that's about it. Basically, all my socials are I am Dylan James.
So even more reason to hit follow on Dylan's channel because you don't know when he'll be, but you don't want to miss it.
I'll keep you on your toes.
Jacob, where can we find more Winfred action or a lack of Winfred action, I should say? I haven't seen what your
No,
TikToks
you'll
are.
find a lot more of me. Winfred is only found on this channel. However, more of me you can find on TikTok. I have a wide variety of different videos on there. And I'm getting let out of lockdown soon, so it's going to be a massive addition to how many videos I can do and the kind of videos that I can do from here on out, which would be fantastic. And I can't wait to get back to making content.
And Paulie, if they look to the second star to the right, straight on till morning, where can they find you?
Pretty much there, or any bar underneath it, passed
Yep.
out most likely.
That sounds about right.
And tomorrow night, Fate's Grip will be on at 6:45. They're running their persistent campaign. And then on Wednesday, they're doing a talk show called Who Needs a Tabletop Anyway? That I'll be a special guest on, talking about the difference between playing in person and playing digitally and kind of the pros and cons of both. And if you're wanting to sort of get started, there may be some, or if you like sort of the maps that we're showing off, I'll probably be talking at great length about how I use Foundry and how I shifted our campaign online. So those over the next few days. Raging Rolls, we've got Thursday, and then Split the Party on Saturday is doing an Avatar tabletop role-playing game one-shot. So that just sounds fucking dope. I kind of want to
Is it
steal
like?
that too.
Oh wait,
Airbender.
I think I saw the Kickstarter for that Avatar RPG. I didn't know it was out yet. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's Saturday. So we got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday all week. More chances to raise money for Beyond Blue. So I'll drop some links in the chat for them just before we sign off. But for now, I'll leave you all with some outro music. And thank you very much for coming. Bye-bye.
Bye.